Deuteronomy 6, verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God as he has commanded us.
So that's the way we be righteous, man, is by keeping these commandments, man. So everything always comes back to these laws, man. It's high time for we to come back to these laws, man. Like we read that in Romans 13. High time for us to awake, man, come back to these laws. Separate from these other nations, man, these dogs. The white man's a dog. The Chinese man's a dog. The Arabs a dog. The Africans are dogs. All these other nations is just our enemies, man. And we just out here to give y'all the sense, man. Come back to these laws. Let's get that Deuteronomy 28. Let's get some breakdowns real quick. Start at verse 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
So it's going to happen.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If we don't listen to these words of the Most High.
To observe to do all his commandments.
To do all his laws, it always comes back to these laws.
And his statutes which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So all these curses going to come across a certain group of people. Let's find out what these curses is.
Cursed shall thy be in the city, and cursed shall thy be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
So cursed you're going to be in the city and in the field. Who is cursed in the city and the fields? You so-called blacks, Hispanics. From picking cotton to picking avocados to picking tomatoes, all types of fruits. That's all we was known for throughout history, man. These so-called other nations did to us, man.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shall thy be when thou comest in, and cursed shall thy be when thou goest out.
So curse is going to be everything we put our hands to, our livestock, our fruits, our cabbage, everything. And they said, curse shall we be when we come into this life, and curse we're going to be when we go out. All we're going to know is just working 9 to 5, working paycheck to paycheck, just to provide for bills, no type of savings, no type of nothing. That's all we got to look forward for.
The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do.
So we ain't going to prosper no way. The only time we happy is when we make sure our bills is paid. That's the only prosperity we got. No type of savings, no type of nothing, man.
Until thou be destroyed.
Until we be destroyed, until we be finished. Until our life is over. And then we're going to come right back 2-3 generations later and repeat the same cycle, man.
And until thou perish quickly because of the wickedness of thy doings.
Just because we don't want to keep these laws, we're going to perish quickly, man.
Whereby thou hast forsaken me. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee.
And the Most High going to make them pestilence cleave to you. All type of sicknesses. Blacks and Hispanics. #1 in diabetes, heart attacks, cholesterol, all types of dementia, Alzheimer's. We finished out here. Gout. We the #1 people on here. Why? Because we be breaking God's laws. Simple as that.
Until he have consumed thee from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with a inflammation, and with extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish.
So that's all we got to look forward for. All types of diseases, man. You thinking you work until you turn 65 retiring? No. 99% of us going to have some type of deadly disease as soon as we think about retiring. And that's what the Most High said. He was going to leave us with consumption. That's what's going to eat us up. All types of diseases, man. We got nothing to look forward to in this captivity, this life.
And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thy feet shall be iron.
So that's all we're going to have to look forward. We're going to look up. We're going to see captivity. We're going to look down. Captivity, man. No type of prosperity in this life, man. Go down to verse 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
So we was going to serve our enemies, and we broke down our enemies, which is these other nations, man. The so-called white man, the Chinese man, the Arab man, the African man, the East Indian man, all these nations, man, we was going to serve. We're going to serve our enemies.
Therefore shall you serve thy enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
In hunger. For food, we want food, we're going to have to go to our enemies. We don't farm our own food, grow our own food. We don't hunt our own food. We got to go into these stores and they jacking up the prices. We got no say-so in that, man.
And in thirst.
And in thirst for water. Only place we get our waters from our enemies, whether it's going in their stores or the faucet. And you know they poisoning the faucet water, all types of chloride and fluoride and Flint, Michigan, brown water. You already know what time it is, man.
Slakia. And in nakedness.
And in nakedness for our clothing. You good, Ak? You good, Ak? And in clothing, Ak, we gonna have to go for them for all types of manner of clothing. We don't make no textiles. We don't create no type of fabrics. We out here going to our enemies. And they giving us defiled clothing, no type of mixed factor. When the Lord told us to keep it separated from these other nations and to separate the fabrics. But go ahead, bring it out.
And in want of all things.
And in want of everything. Anything we need, we're going to have to go to the so-called other nations. Whether we want to drive, whether we want to read, whatever we wanted to do. Next thing you know, we're going to have to go to them to breathe. They're going to come out with an air tax on us and all that, man. They coming out with every type of folly out here, man.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And he was going to put a yoke of iron upon our necks. If you look down on the pictures and all that, the images we got, man. That's what they did to us, man. They put that yoke of iron on our neck.
Until he has destroyed thee.
So he destroyed us. Once he destroyed us, he knew he could take the yokes of iron off our necks. So we was destroyed. We was finished. With no way we was going to rebel. We was going to join hand in hand, go to the same stores as them, walk side by side with them. We was finished, destroyed.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
That he brought these nations from far, as swift as the eagle flieth. Look at the so-called British, the Germans, the Spain, the Dutch, the so-called Ukrainians, the so-called Russians. All of them exalt the eagle, man. Our enemy. That's who the Most High, that's who Dios brought against us.
As swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Nations whose tongue we wasn't going to understand. Their English wasn't our language. The Spanish, the Espanol, no es la idioma de nosotros. That's all comes from our enemies. But if you leave it to us, man, that's our languages. You ask a so-called Spanish person, they proud of that Spanish. That's not even our language, man. That comes from our oppressors, our enemies.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
A mean nation, man. They wasn't going to show no favor to the old or young, man. As soon as a kid was able to walk, he was out there with their parents making the quota. As soon as a person can't walk no more, damn near crawling, man, he was supposed to be out there making that quota. And y'all seen the movies and documentaries. If we ain't come correct, they was chopping fingers, wrists, and arms off, man.
And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed.
And that's what they did to us, man. They took all our property. All the cattle, all the fruits, everything we had from the land that the Most High gave us, man. He took all that and stripped all that from us.
Which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind, or the flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee.
And he ain't leave us nothing, man. When it was time for us to eat, we ain't get nothing. We just got the slops. We got the so-called liver. That's why we be eating liver. We got the oxtail. Master eating the whole ox. All we eating is the tail. And we make that into a delicacy and all that.
Right. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy God hath given thee in the siege and in the straitness, wherein thy enemies shall distress thee.
And if you look at history, when they encamped us or when they put embargoes on us, that's what we was doing. That's what we was left to do, man. Eat ourselves, eat our kids, eat our babies, or whatever the case may be.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
Now, if you look at the so-called black and Hispanic man, their eyes is evil toward his brother now. Now we see each other as where you from. Where you from, where you at, who you been, whatever, this, that, the third. The donde eres and all that. That's what our eyes is evil towards his brother.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
That's all the black man had. Once he wasn't able to protect that, he went off, man. He wasn't able to protect the so-called woman or his children. So he left, you know. His eyes was looking evil towards the next black man because he couldn't do that to the white man, the Chinese man. So now the only person he could buck up against was his own brother.
So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he hath nothing left him in the siege and in the straitness wherein thy enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter.
Then it went down to the woman. After they took the men out, now the woman is looking like she don't got that head to protect her. Now she's looking evil towards the black man. Oh, you can't provide. You can't do this. So it's all a cycle, man. They knew what they was doing, going back to that crafty council, them think tanks they had. Back to Psalms 83, man, when they was a confederate, man. They knew if they cut certain things off from us, what the results would be. And now those was the results, man. So-called black on black crime, Hispanic on Hispanic crime, the man against the woman against the man.
If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, the Lord thy God, then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues and of long continuance. And
so that was going to happen to us if we ain't come back to these laws, man. Because that's all we had, man, is these laws. That was our protection. That was made us wise in the sight of these nations. Give me that Proverbs 7 and 2. Because that's all we got in this world, in this life, man. It's just these laws, man. That is our guideline, man. But these so-called white people, these Chinese people, these Africans, these Indians, they all took that from us. You got the Apocrypha too?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse 2. Keep my commandments and live.
So that's all the Most High told us to do, was to keep the commandments and live, man.
Bring it out.
Live a life, man. Because without it, we just went over some of the curses, man. We was going to be out here finished. Judah 20. So that's all we had in this world, man, just to keep these commandments, man. So then these other nations, our enemies, they already knew, look, if they keep these commandments, they're going to be prosperous. 20. And if they don't keep these commandments, then we could come against them. But we got the scriptures to back that up. This is our history.
This is the book of Judith, chapter 5, verse 20. Now, therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people,
or if there be any sin,
and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
So that was going to be our ruin if there was any error. So us sinning, that's error. 1 John 5 and 3, you know, that shows us what sin is and all that, you know. Sin is breaking God's laws. 1 John 3 and 4. So like 3 and 4. So let's find out what sin is. Or let's find out what this error is. Because it's all a cycle, man. It all revolves around one thing. That's it.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin, transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
That's what sin is, man, breaking God's laws. So when they said if they find any error, go back to Judith 5. So if they find any error or iniquity or sin, that was going to be our ruin. They could come against us easily, man. Like it say in Leviticus 26, one of them gonna put like 1,000 of us to flight. That's why you see one police squad roll up on the block, everybody scatter and all that. Because that is our ruin, man. We don't have no might. Let's read on.
Let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by.
So if there's no iniquity, no sin amongst us, the counsel was to just leave them alone. Just go on, man. All right, it was just to keep it moving, man. You know, if there's no sin in these people, because the Most High gonna protect them.
Lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
So we was gonna be a reproach. So whoever came against us when we keeping the commandments, they would have been a reproach. They would have been hated against the whole world. But now that's flipped over. Now the so-called, anybody say anything against these Jewish people, now they hate it. They get canceled. They get suspended for a week or whatnot. But the law was that was supposed to be our glory right there and stuff like that, you know? So that's all it is, man. We just out here to give y'all the sense, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American, man. Out the book of Judith, man. That was the stipulation right there, man. If we keep the commandments, these other nations would have left us alone, man. God gave us one side of the earth just for ourselves. But since we started sinning, these other nations came to our side of the earth, man, and started bugging us, man. Put us in captivity. Took our languages, took our heritage, made us call ourselves Latinos, Espanol, all the type of folly and stuff like that, man.
Pulled out a knife.
But we just out here to keep it cordial with y'all, man.
Yeah.
So we just want to tell y'all to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. That's all it is, man. So we just out here to give y'all the sense, man. Let's keep bringing out some scriptures, man. Deuteronomy 6 and 4. Let's find out. We got one God, man, one Lord. We the only people with this one power, one Lord.
Is he deaf? It doesn't seem like he can talk.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart.
So the words that he commanded us shall be in our mind, man. That's all we got, man. We keep it as the frontlets of our eyes and all that, man. So we just out here to give the sense to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, man. But yeah, that brother smitten with madness. He don't know whether to pop, whether to hug. You know, so we good, man. Yo, Ak, man, you all right, man. So we here just giving the sense. That's Deuteronomy 28:28. Because that's one of the curses that was going to fall upon our people too, man. You know? So he don't know whether to be happy or whether to be angry. He don't know what's going on. Let's bring that out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
That's what it is, man. We smitten with madness. Our mind is gone. You can ask the security guard right here. He probably be laughing all shift at the so-called drunks and crazy blacks and Hispanics, man. You know what's going on.
And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness. And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. And thou shalt only be oppressed and spoiled evermore. And no man shall save thee.
So we wasn't going to be saved by no other nation, man. And we was going to grope at noonday like we do in darkness, man. Even if we had the light set forth in front of us, man, we wasn't going to know the path, man. So we just out here to give y'all the sense, man, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American. Like the brother said, bring that out, Romans 13 and 10. It's high time we wake up out of sleep, man. Because all of us is walking out here just sleep, man. We don't know what's going on. These two white people, they about to blow up this whole earth and shit. That's why the white crime is getting out of hand. Yeah. It's getting out of hand, man. They're about to bring out nuclear weapons. So it's time for you so-called blacks and Hispanics, man, to wake up, man. Verse 10. Verse 11.
Okay. The book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
So it's high time you so-called blacks and Hispanics to wake up out of sleep, man, because our salvation is near. When you gonna wake up? Once them bombs start dropping and stuff? Y'all already see what these so-called white people doing to this earth, man. They about to blow it up, man. Over what? Over nothing, man. Over some ideologies, over some thoughts and all that. Communism and capitalism, you know? So that's what these so-called white people going through, man. They get at us black on black crime over neighborhoods, but so-called white people, they about to blow up the whole earth over thoughts, man. But we just out here to give y'all the sense, man, letting y'all know it's high time we wake up out of sleep, man. The day is at hand, man. So let's get a couple more before I wind it down and all, man. Go back to these laws, man. Some more curses, man. Give me that Deuteronomy 28. Let's start at 54. Because all these curses do is identify who we are, man. This is the only thing we have. Because if it wasn't for this, we still would be calling ourselves African American, Black, Hispanic, Latino, Mexicano, Dominicano, Nicaraguan. We calling ourselves languages and names that the white man gave us when he conquered our land. 50-54,
So that the man that is tender among you and very
63.
That's what he left. Did you read that?
Found in the wonder. So just keep going from, matter of fact, start at.
Yeah. And it shall come to pass as that the Lord rejoice over you to do good and to multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught. And ye shall be put from off the land whither thou goest to possess it. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
It was 46, Salakia. But yeah, so we would be scattered against all nations and all. Where the Lord would have sent us. Give me that in verse 46.
You hold it for a minute.
And these curses shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So these curses will identify us in these latter days, man. This is how we know that we're not so-called niggas. We're not Spics, we're not Hispanics, we're not Black, we're not Afro-Americans. We're not a color on a crayon box, a hairstyle. We're not two continents. This is how we know, through these curses. So no longer will we call ourselves these bywords, you know, or these proverbs, man. So that is the sign and the wonder that the Most High gave unto us, man. So no longer we will be called those names or those people, man. Ak, you good? Ak, I ain't hear you say not one word yet, man. You all right? You need a blessing? Give me that Deuteronomy 11:26. Let's get the understanding. Because a blessing ain't you sneezing, I'm saying bless you. That's not how it works, Ak. I'm going to give you how to be blessed right now. That's what I wanted. 11, Deuteronomy 11.
Yeah, I got it. 11 and what? This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 11, verse 26.
So this is how you can get blessed, man. You said you wanted a blessing, huh?
Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
So you said before us this day a blessing and a curse. Yo, Yahweh, up. Pan the camera. Pan the camera.
A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God.
Okay. So this is how you get a blessing.
A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day.
That's the only way you get a blessing, man. If you observe to do all the commandments which he commanded you this day. That's the only way to be blessed, man. A blessing ain't you sneezing and me saying bless you and all that, all right? Blessing ain't me seeing you saying, yo, I hope you have a blessed day. Only way to be blessed is by keeping the commandments.
And a curse if ye will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day to go after other gods which ye have not known.
So that's the stipulation right there. If you want to be blessed, man, you wanted a blessing. That's the best way I could bless you, man, is tell you to keep these commandments, man. It's the only way. I ain't going to teach you no lies or no folly. Tell you put $5 in the plate, you'll be blessed, you're going to prosper and all that. You blessed. Just keep the commandments, man. You're going to be blessed, man. That's all you need out here, man. Read that again for the brother, verse 26.
Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day. And a curse if ye will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn aside out the way which I command ye to go after other gods which ye have not known.
So that's the only way to be blessed, bro. Only way I can give you, man. Just keep the commandments, man. I'm going to show you one commandment I see you break, man. Don't break it no more. Leviticus 19, let's start at verse 28. So this is one law right here, man. You stop breaking this law, you're going to be blessed. Right? Word to everything.
Yes.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 28. Okay. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh, for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord.
So that's the law right there, man. You're not supposed to print any marks upon you, man. So if you've done that in the past or you continue to do that, just repent, man. You're a new creature, man. You got a clean slate, man. Most High gave us that kin. That's how much He loved us, man. That goes for any other brother, any other laws He breaking out here. Just repent, man. You got a chance to get the clean slate.
Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom, and the land become full of wickedness. Ye shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. I am the Lord.
So that's another thing, prostituting our daughters and keeping these Sabbaths, man. We got to continue to keep the Sabbath, man. The Sabbath consists of no buying and selling, no working, or no kindling up no fire to cook, man. But we haven't been taught that, man. Because in this kingdom, man, that's all we do, man. That's the only day we got off and all that, man. The Saturday, oh, let me go get these specials, let me go do grocery shopping. Because Monday through Friday, you know, you hard bondage and all that, man. Hard labor and all that. Working 8, 10, 12, 15 hours a day and all that, depending on your profession, man. And then Sunday, you already know we stuck in them foolishness Christian church or whatever. But keep the Sabbath, man. Remember it, man. Anything else on that?
God, ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard.
So you shouldn't make baldness on your head, neither shall you take the beard off, man. Because there's only two types of humans without a beard on this earth, man. And that's women and kids. A man's supposed to have his beard, man. That's your badge, man. You look at the lion, you tell the difference between the lions. It's the one with the mane, the one with the beard and all that, man. But without the mane, he'll look just like a female. And that goes for humans too, man. If you look at them two Caucasians behind us, they look like females to me and all that, you know. Without a beard, man. Truth be told, man. To hell with them. Bring it up.
God, verse 20. And whosoever lieth carnally with a woman that is a bondmaid betrothed to a husband, and not at all redeemed, nor freedom given her, she shall be scourged. They shall not be put to death because she was not free.
And that's another thing that runs rampant in our community too, man. You're trying to lie with a sister who you don't want to betroth as your wife, or she's engaged or promised to another man, and you're taking advantage of that, man. It's another thing plaguing our society and all that, our community and all. Bring out another law.
God. The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 2. Speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel.
So speak to you so-called blacks and Hispanics, man.
And say unto them, ye shall be holy.
You shall be separate, man. Don't try to be like the so-called white man, the Chinese man, the Arab man, the so-called Africans, the East Indians, all them other dirty nations.
Holy. Ye shall fear every man his mother and his father, and keep my Sabbaths.
So that goes for the children right there, man. The children's supposed to know to fear their parents, man. Obey their parents. Listen to their parents. Respect their parents. Because that's the only commandment we're promised, like the scriptures say.
And keep my Sabbaths. I am the Lord your God. Turn ye not unto idols, nor make yourselves molten gods. I am the Lord your God.
So don't turn yourself to idols. These are the gods and all type of molten stuff. The so-called Jesus pieces, the Buddha pieces. All that stuff is all folly, man.
That's the man.
And ye shall offer a sacrifice of peace offerings unto the Lord. Ye shall offer it at your own will. It shall be eaten the same day ye offer it, and on the morrow. And if aught remain until the third day, it shall be burnt in the fire. Let me jump down to verse 11. Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another.
So we wasn't supposed to steal, lie, or deal falsely one to another, man. Against your other Israelite brother, you're supposed to be truthful for him, man. If you get it for 5, you sell it to him for 5, man. But with the other nations, the so-called white man, the Arab man, you can charge them double, triple, because they do it to us, man. They charge us all type of usury, man. You go get a loan for a little $5,000. At the end of the day, you paying back $12,000 and all that. The so-called society is off, man. Even when you try to get a mortgage and all that, man, they'll give it to the so-called white man way quicker than to give it to so-called Negro or Hispanic. Even if they got the same qualification, same credit score and all that. All type of red line in this society done put on our backs and all that, man. He'll tell you, the man back there will tell you, man, he probably only pay $1,000 for the same house I'm paying $3,000 for and all that. All type of different discrepancy in mortgages and all that.
And ye shall not swear by my name falsely, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord.
So we're not supposed to profane the name or the laws of God, man. We're supposed to keep these shits just. We're supposed to keep it justly, man.
Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning.
And that's another law we had too, man. If we work for that man, we're supposed to get paid that night by the time that day ends. But this society, they pay us on Friday, or we get paid bi-weekly, man. We'll work too hard a week, we won't get paid till next week and all that. And then as soon as we get paid, they taking all types of taxes out. They taking 1/3 of your taxes, like Howard I brought out earlier, man. It's crazy out here. And they taxing the employee in the small businesses way higher than they charge, or they tax the elites, the so-called million and billionaires, man. So-called billionaires damn near paying a penny in taxes, while we paying 33% of our wages and all that, man. It's folly.
Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. But in righteousness shall thy judge thy neighbor.
So if any of us break a law, we all get the same status. Amigo, ¿qué pasó? Borracho, o algo. Yo, aquí, no folly, no folly. You so-called blacks and Hispanics, man. We got to get this world back, man. This white man been whipping our ass for too long, man. Y'all not tired? Come on, man. What's going on with y'all, man?
Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people.
So we shouldn't be going up and down as a talebearer, telling lies. Oh, I heard this about this brother. You ain't hear about this, about that brother? Oh, no, yeah, this brother did this. You shouldn't be a talebearer, man.
Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am the Lord.
So even if you know that your neighbor is innocent or something, you got to bring it out. Like, nah, he ain't do it. You can't just stand there and just let the neighbor get judged unlawfully and stuff.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
So we shouldn't even hate our brother, man. We see our brother in error, we're supposed to correct him, man. Whether it's a sharp correction or a little modest correction, man. You good, huh?
And not suffer sin upon him.
Especially if it got to do with sin, man. You're supposed to rebuke him hard, man. The same way the Most High will rebuke him. Because that sin could lead him to death. That sin could lead him to sickness or whatever, man.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Read that again. That's a gem right there.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
So you shouldn't be out there looking for payback against your brother, or looking for revenge or anything, man. Supposed to forgive him 7 times 70, turn the other cheek. Your brother tell you sorry, you accept it. Don't try to scheme on him a couple days or weeks later, man. Just forgive him and keep it moving.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
You should keep these commandments against your neighbor, because that's what love is. Matter of fact, get that 1 John 5:3. Let's find out what love is. We just out here giving y'all the sense of these commandments, man.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 5 verse 3. For this is the love of God.
So this is the love. This is how you love your neighbor.
That we keep his commandments. And his commandments are not grievous.
You just keep these laws against your neighbor, man. It's not grievous. It's not hard, man. Just love your neighbor as thyself. Go back to Leviticus 19. So that's how you love your neighbor, man. And you don't avenge or hold any grudge against them, man. Don't try to get no payback or nothing against your neighbor.
Verse 36. Just balances, just weights, a just ephah and a just hin shall ye have. I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt.
So we gotta be just out here. Everything just, man. Because he's the one that brought us out of Egypt. Let's find out what Egypt is, man. Give me that Exodus 20:2.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
That's all it is, the house of bondage, man. Egypt. So the Most High is the one that brought us out of bondage, and he's going to bring us out of bondage. All the bondages we've been through, the Most High was the one that brought us out of it. So with that, I'm going to say my piece, end it here, bring up the next mighty speaker. And with that, I'm going to say Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
And we got next,
Kwam Yasharala.
So-called Israelites, blacks and Hispanics, man.
Brother spoke mighty in the spirit. So you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans gotta wake up, man. I know you Los Angelinos are happy because the Rams won the Super Bowl 2 weeks ago.
Right.
But you guys gotta get out of that folly. Like I've been saying for the last 2-3 years, the NFL still haven't hired any black owners. You got all these billionaires and millionaires, but they won't give you generational wealth. They'll let you be a half an owner. You own 1%, less than 0.1% like Jay-Z and the Brooklyn Nets.
I own 50%.
Or whatever. Anyways, a lot of folly out here in Hollywood.
50% of what?
50% of what?
Right.
Exactly. You're nowhere close to being a billionaire. So, you know, you guys got to get out of that folly, man. It's like, you know, right now they're murdering our people. You see what they gave that that cop? They gave her, what, 2 years for shooting that black man? She about taser.
Right.
So the scripture said they hold themselves not guilty, man. That's exactly what the so-called white man and other nations do. They hold themselves not guilty when they kill you, man. Because they have a perpetual hatred for the children of Israel, man. You guys can understand that. You guys are still hung up about Snoop Dogg bringing 100-man orchestra to do the C-Walk in the Super Bowl, man. Everybody had a khaki suits doing the crip walk.
Right.
You guys was excited about that type of stuff, man.
Excited, cuz.
Snoop Dogg come out with a blue rag, a blue flag rag, man. You guys gotta get out of this gangbanger culture, man. Because all you gangbangers do, you guys are only tough in your own neighborhood. You guys won't go in the so-called white man's neighborhood and be tough in his neighborhood because he'll lock you up. Matter of fact, because of your neighborhood, you run. Right, giving the scriptures, folly said, great dignity. So you guys are just full of folly. That's what our people are, just full of folly, man. The other nations is building sky rises and high rises, and you guys are buying Mercedes-Benz. The white man is city planning. You know, they're doing all kind of stuff that you ain't doing. Matter of fact, he's taking over Watts. I was telling the elder right now, you guys want to be tough talking about Grape Street and stuff like that, but Grape Street is getting gentrified. There's only 2 Jordan projects left.
Right.
Trust me, I drive that line, the 117 line that go through the Jordan project. There's only 2 left. It's all brand new luxury apartments, man. So you get gentrified in your own neighborhood, man. He's pushing you in the desert, man.
Yo, back up.
Jesus came down. How many fingers was he holding?
Can you watch the
How many fingers was he
sun? Can you watch the
You
sun?
tell me.
1.
Oh, okay. Look full of folly. Back to you, buddy. You gonna be our jester of the kingdom since you want to be a comedian, man.
Clown.
We thought the man's gonna come up here being silver, but that's how the other nations feel about you, man. That's exactly how the other nations feel against you blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans, man. That's all right. You gonna get his. Mashiach Yahweh shall come back. That finger gonna be shook right up here. You know what?
That was off.
He thought he was being funny and slick. That's all right, man. We get marked on top. You got the precept?
Ecclesiasticus 10, verse 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich set in low places.
And that's right, you Israelites sit in low places, man. Because you blacks, Hispanic, Native American, you guys are the real Jews, man. You see what they done to Whoopi Goldberg They set her ass down just because she said that was white crime, which it was, man. But all these networks like Joe Rogan, he could call you Planet of the Apes. He got on his podcast and said Planet of the Apes, and nobody done nothing about it. Joe Rogan got on his podcast and called the blacks Planet of the Apes. And he still not canceled. But Whoopi Goldberg get canceled because she said that was white crime. There was no racial element to it. See the hypocrisy in this kingdom, man? You guys gotta understand that, man. This kingdom is not your rest, man. You don't have time for all this folly, man. You guys gotta pick up a book, man. The scriptures say, remember the day of old, man.
Good.
You guys gotta remember the day of old when they had you in slavery, man. When they fed your children to alligators in Florida, man.
Good. Gator bait.
Gator bait, man. You know? You guys don't remember that. You guys want to say the white man is not the devil the Bible speak of. You got all this horrendous killing around the whole planet, but you guys still want to love this man. Just because he let you shook and drive on a weekend. He let you go to the club. He let you in his neighborhood. But as soon as after dark, you better be out of his neighborhood, man. You see what Ed Buck done to you guys? You so-called LBGT Negroes. Ed Buck still, I haven't heard anything about the Ed Buck trial yet.
Right.
I think he's out already. I think they locked him up, and then he's right back out, probably going to do the same thing.
What time you got?
So you guys got to understand that, man. You got a precept?
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy fathers, and he will show thee. Thy elders, and they will tell thee.
So you guys got to remember the days of old, man. The scripture said, never trust thy enemy, man. You can't trust this man, man. He'll smile in your face, pat you in the back, and have a knife behind his back and stab you in the back, man. Like I said, he's redlining you right now in your neighborhood, man. Rent right now is, for a one-bedroom apartment in Los Angeles, you're paying almost $1,300 for a one-bedroom, man. In some places, $1,500 to $1,800, man.
It's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous, man. So imagine if you have two kids like I do, and everybody need their own bedroom, you'll be paying a mortgage in an apartment, man. And the homeless problem is ridiculous, man. You see all these tents everywhere you go is tent city. Even in Beverly Hills. So this kingdom is falling, man. Even in the so-called Edomite areas, you see tents and trailers and mobile homes everywhere. Hell, I was walking to my job, and they was having barbecue pits, fish tanks out there, messing up the sidewalk, man. Because you can't afford the rent no more, man. But you niggas are happy to walk down Hollywood Boulevard late night in the wind, man, just to get out the house. You guys better start reading this Bible because prophecies happening fast, man. And you Negroes better stop worrying about Ukraine. Russia, Ukraine, that's not your fight, man.
Right.
It's about white-on-white crime, man. If you do the research on Ukraine, there's nothing but full of neo-Nazis in that country, man. But you guys want to say, free Ukraine, pray for Ukraine. No, pray for your nation, man.
Right.
Pray for the children of Israel. That's your nation, man. That's not our fight, man. You go to Ukraine right now, they still being racist to your people, man. Even in a time of war. The white man ain't gonna never let go his racism, man. But you want to love this man, man.
Destroy them both.
Exactly. Destroy them both. Exactly. God.
Good.
You cools, man. I don't know about you cools, man. You're gonna be the first one I want to put to death, man. All these Don Lemons and Larry Elders and what's her name? Candace Owens and stuff, man. They never attack the enemy, they always attacking you, man. me Isaiah 13, 13 and 11. Because you're in love with the oppressor, man. A lot of you people got Stockholm syndrome, man. You guys love the oppressor just because he let you roll around a Mercedes-Benz. They give you a little job that pays $50,000, $60,000. You get you to gas your vehicle, you look at $6. Next week is going to be at $7, man. What you guys going to do when gas gets to $10 an hour, man?
$6, cut.
Watch it. I guarantee you, in the next 2 years, gas is going to be $10. Look what you going to do, man. They try to push you to buy these electric cars, man. That's going to cost you $80,000, $90,000, man.
Right.
You're going to be paying a car note for almost 15, 16 years, man. Just to pay that thing off, man. Ain't nobody got no $50,000, no $80,000, $90,000 to get no electric car or what's those ones that Elon Musk came out with, the Teslas? Come on, man. So you're gonna have to be bicycling, man, or getting on that bus, man, because this is a white man. He's gonna do any excuse to raise those gas prices up, man. This kingdom is corrupt, man. You guys gotta understand that, man. You guys gotta stop watching TV, having all this folly, watching all these movies and stuff, man. You guys gotta come together and love each other, man. It's all you got. We all that we got, man, in this kingdom, man. See, she's on Facebook folly, man. What you gonna do when Facebook shuts down? What you gonna do when Instagram shut down? You gonna be depressed. What you gonna do when Facebook and Instagram shut down? You're gonna be very depressed. Because nothing but folly, man. Where's your husband at?
What's she saying?
You yelling. Give me that scripture that says her feet don't abide in her house.
Proverbs 7 and 11.
This is what our sisters do. Our sister's not at home, right? She yelling through a window like she a mad woman. How about Facebook? What about Facebook? Facebook is ran by a white man. He's getting all the money. So why you saying Facebook like you making a profit off Facebook? Who owns Facebook? I forgot his name.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, Zuckerberg. He's not giving you any of that money. Talking about Facebook. Go ahead.
Proverbs 7 verse 11. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner.
That's what I'm talking about, sisters. Their feet don't abide in their house, man. They running down these streets, they half naked, man. They twerking. She talking about Facebook. Facebook what? Facebook ain't making you Negroes any type of money. All you guys are doing on Facebook is fighting on Facebook. That's all you guys do, reposting fights and twerk videos. That's all you so-called Negroes and Hispanics doing on Facebook. The white man uses Facebook to promote his businesses and clubs and stock prices, and you guys do it for folly. That's all you guys do with Facebook all day is folly. Sharing nothing but folly all day. But she's talking about Facebook. More people with something else, man. But this is fine. There's some curses that we under, man.
Shalom, Mark. Come here, Shalom.
Once the yoke of iron came off your neck, you was destroyed. That's why the black woman is sitting around with weave in her hair that's blonde, man. She's ashamed of herself, man. She want to look like her oppressor, man. So it's time to wake up out of folly right now, because when Mashiach Yahushua come back and crack that sky open, it's going to be too late, man. You're going to die with the rest of Babylon, man. You're going to die with the rest of these nations out here, man. You're going to die with Esau, Moab, Amalek, Elam, all those other nations that hate the children of Israel. You're going to die right aside along with them. And we see you in the kingdom as a baby when you're forced to keep the law, man. So you guys gotta understand that, man. They don't have time to be on Whack 100's podcast talking about how gangster he is.
Right.
And he won't pop a grape in a grapefruit, man. We got cap looters being on these shows just for no reason. What are you doing on this man's show, man? It's full of folly, man.
Right.
We got cap leaders talking about C-Max DP. What's the point of that, man? This particular guy that's famous on YouTube, C-Mac, from my neighborhood, I always talk about him getting DP. What's that got to do with the children of Israel? Because you got discipline.
What?
And this is what we doing, man. Even though our camp leaders are off right now, man.
Folly.
Folly, man. Camp leaders is worried about folly stuff, man. We supposed to be teaching scripture around the neighborhood, man. On 4 corners of the earth, man. We got people that just sit around on YouTube want to just critique everything. Oh, that brother is off. This brother is off. We're not going into neighborhoods and highways and byways. Couch potatoes, man. We call them couch prophets, man. You guys got to understand them. You guys got to wake up, man. We're living in the last day, man. We don't have time. We don't have another 40, 50 years for folly, man. Because the rest of the nations are passing you by, man. In technology, you guys own less than 1%. But you guys want to just walk down Hollywood Boulevard and see what's going on. Our nation is nothing but big children, man. They want to just be on PlayStation 5 and Xbox all day. Like I said, like she said, Facebook.
Instagram.
Facebook, you know?
Good.
Now you got the oppressor taking you to jail, man. Like those 2 guys right there, they're going to take you to jail if you do anything wrong. And they're ready for you, man.
They're ready, Ock.
But you guys want to bang on yourself, but you guys won't bang on the LAPD.
Right. Stand skinheads.
They look like 2 skinheads, man. You see how bald their head was?
Yeah.
They look like they put on the Aryan Nation, man. They look like they're going to say, hey, Hitler. They're probably card-carrying Nazis, man.
God.
This is over us, man. 2, oh my goodness, they look like skinheads, man. They'll go take those uniforms off and put those boots on. Put that swastika on their arm, man. That's who they hiring, man. It's been public record that the FBI had investigated the LAPD and the sheriff saying it's card-carrying neo-Nazis. It's gangs inside these LAPD and the sheriff, man. You guys gotta understand that. They're not for you, man. They're here to just get a paycheck, man. They're not here to stop crime, man. They're here to make sure they get overtime to put their kids in college, man, and killing you, man. You guys gotta understand that, man. You guys gotta wake up, man. Because the Most High is coming and he's not gonna want to hear any excuses, man. That's right. We don't have time for twerking. We don't have time for any of the folly, man. Because the Most High say he only knows us, man, the children of Israel, of all the families of the earth. That's why you're getting punished the most. Because he only knows you, man. Esau haven't got his punishment yet, man. That's why he can do all the wickedness right now, man. He haven't got his punishment yet. His punishment's to come, man. Right now you're getting punished because the Most High said you don't know the other nations, man. Salvation is not for the other nations. This is their kingdom right here, man. That's why he has the fatness of the earth. Esau said, Esau's blessing is a sword, man. And what's today's sword? It's the gun, man. You can't outgun the so-called white man with your Glock 45 and your Draco. The white man got AR-47s, military-grade weapons, drones. They give LAPD battering rams. You will never have those type of weapon retreat. He'll give you an old AK-47. That's all you're going to give you, man. Go ahead.
Amos chapter 3, verse 1. Verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
No, he don't. He loves the so-called white man.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
No, he loves the Hamites.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
So he only knows you. He only knows you, the children of Israel, man. That's why you're getting spanked when you break his laws, statutes, and commandments, man. That's why you went to slavery, man, according to the book of Deuteronomy, man.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Can two walk together except they be agreed.
God. Now go into the book of Deuteronomy and show the punishment that the Most High God gave us. Chapter 28. So that's why we're going through the things we're going through, man. Because he only knows the children of Israel, man. You blacks and Spanish Native Americans, man. That's why he used the LAPD and the sheriffs to be the whipping stick, because you are sinful Negroes, man. We constantly want to fight each other. Constantly want to shoot and do drive-bys around each other, man. That's why he used these other nations as a whipping stick, man. Got those 2 6-foot bald-headed LAPDs right there to shoot you up, man. That's why he used these other nations, because you guys refuse to hearken unto the Most High God, man. The Most High is not playing with the children of Israel, man. How many underground rappers have died in the last 2 years? Every time I turn around, an underground rapper is dying. What's the last one that died in the sports arena? Draco, Draco.
Draco. Yeah, got stabbed up.
Got stabbed up, man, see? The Most High don't like all that rap music, man. Go ahead, bring it out.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. You want me to do 45?
Yeah, go ahead, to punishment.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments.
No, to break his commandments.
To keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee.
Kai, go ahead. Keep it up.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder.
So a sign, like we hold this sign, it gives you basically the information. So the Most High said these curses shall be a sign on a particular nation of people. That's why we know we the Israelites. Because the Most High said these curses shall be like a sign. Go ahead and give the curses up.
And upon thy seed forever, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness.
So we go to our enemies for hunger and thirst and nakedness. Every time we need something in this kingdom, you got to go to your enemy, man. You want some shoes, you got to go to Foot Locker. You don't own no Foot Locker, man. You want to get something to eat right here? This pizza place right here? You don't own that pizza place, man. You don't own no Vons, Kroger's, any of those grocery stores is ran by Edomites, man, or Jewish families, man. So you don't own nothing. And the Most High said, you shall go to your enemy for the one of all things, man. You had defenders in the world, but you choose not to listen to the Most High God. So he puts you at the bottom of society, man. He's not playing with you guys, man. Like she want to say Facebook instead of saying the Most High God is good. She want to put Facebook as her God, man. So the Most High is going to destroy her, man. Because she talking about Facebook, man. And Facebook was even created by you. It was created by your enemies, man. Go ahead, bring it out more.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And we all know the yoke of iron on our neck was on slavery, man. The transatlantic slave trade, man. He put that yoke of iron on your neck. Where is it at? Where's the pictures of the yoke of iron on your neck? Right there. There's pictures everywhere. He put a muzzle on your mouth as well. So we all know what the white man done to our ancestors. That's why it says, remember the day of old, man. And he's going to do it again, trust me. Those days are not over. Watch when it gets, when it's Jacob's trouble, man. You're going to go into those concentration camps, man. Those FEMA camps, man. You're going to put the yoke of iron right back on your neck, man. Those coffins, man. Don't think those yoke of iron can't be put back on your neck, Israel. Go ahead.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
And whose nation uses the eagle? What particular nation uses the eagle as their symbol? the so-called Edomite nations, man. America, what German, what else nation that uses the ego? Britain, Spain, Rome. All the so-called white man's nations use that ego. So the Most High was clever when he said swift as an eagle, man.
America,
yeah, America, God. If you watch any type of ego documentaries, man, an ego, man, he's a thief, man. I saw one time I was watching an ego documentary, man. An ego took food out of another prey's mouth, man. Just swept like an eagle and just took the, I forget, it was a fish or something, and just took it and left. And that's a so-called white man, man. He takes over all the nations, man, and leave you with nothing, man. That's his characteristic, like an eagle, man. He comes fast and quick, man. He'll take over nations quick, man. That's why you don't have time, man. Excuse me, sir, you know you're an Israelite according to the scripture, man? Man, you gotta come back and repent, man. Because you're from the tribe of Issachar, man. If you're so-called Mexican, man, you gotta come back and repent, man. All right, man, just come on, read the Bible, man. Get out of that game banging stuff, man, because that's conducive to our people, man. Go ahead.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Now, does the white man regard if you're young or old? No, man. You can watch several videos that the police, that like those Stockholm, those country-fed white boys right there, slamming little girls on the ground, busting little kids up, shooting you. Like they done to Tamir Rice, he playing with a toy gun in a park. The cop didn't, he knew the cop, there was a toy gun, but he wanted to shoot him, man. These nations don't care, man. One that don't regard the young or old, man. Like I said, we said earlier, they fed our kids to alligator bait. Babies, man. We're talking about newborn babies they fed for alligator bait, or toddlers, man. They gotta be sick in the head to kill a kid, man. But this man doesn't care, man. A fierce nation that will not regard the young or old, man. Like we had brought on TV, the Emmett Till story, man. That lady lied on a little boy because he smiled at her or whatever happened. And they killed that little boy, man. Shot him in the head. Put a cotton gin around his neck. Beat him. So this is a fierce nation that they're not going to regard the young or old, man. Because he's the devil the Bible speaks of, man. Can't trust him, man. Forget about the jobs he give you, man. You guys are holy people, means separate, man. You guys can stick with your people, man. Go ahead.
And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind, or flocks of thy sheep, until he hath destroyed thee.
He gonna take everything, man. Everything. That's what the so-called white man done to the Native American. I was watching something on Netflix, man, that they had the so-called $5 Indian over a tribe, and a so-called Edomite had made a deal to make these phony payday loans, man. I forgot, it was called Dirty Money. You guys look at that documentary, man. It's really interesting, showing you how the white man pull all these scams and stuff and get away with it. But anyways, it was a white Edomite Native American tribe because they got sovereignty, and they came up with a scheme to go into people's bank accounts and with these false pay, like say if you take $300 for a payday loan, what they will do is say, since you didn't pay the $300 back when they tell you to do, they charge you interest. By the time you end up paying that payday loan, you pay like $3,000. They was going to people's accounts, man. And it was all legal like until they got sued about it, man. And the Native American, the so-called $5 Indian was in on it, man. Teamed up with the Edomite, man. So you guys gotta be aware, man, these Indian tribes that's today, that's getting all these allotments, all these benefits, man. Like a sister said last week, they get a check, you remember that? I said, no, they don't get a check. Not the real Native Americans. They stick them on reservations. God. It's that Edomite, the so-called $5 Indian, that get all the allotments, all the land, and all the casinos and stuff, man. They be pulling all kind of scabs, man. Go ahead.
And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates, until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustedest throughout all thy lands. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land, which the Lord thy power hath given thee. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body, the flesh of thy sons and thy daughters, which the Lord thy God hath given thee, in the siege and in the straitness, wherein thy enemies shall distress thee.
God, that's enough. But you guys gotta understand that, man. We don't have time to mess around, man. We're living in the last day, man. Things are gonna even get worse, man. You see the gas is almost at $1 trillion right now, man. Food, everything's going up except your paycheck, man. That's right. Everything's going up, man. And that's by design, man. It's going to be famine. The scripture says it's going to be famine in this kingdom, man. This kingdom is coming down, man. The rich is getting more greedier, man. You're not going to be able to do nothing. There's going to be one class in this country eventually. It's going to be two classes, rich and poor. There ain't going to be no more middle class, man. They killing the middle class right now. Soon there ain't going to be no middle class, man. You're just going to be taking your check, or when they get rid of paper money, you're just going to be able to just have a place to live and a little bit of food. That's it. And it's stupid that the rich don't want a middle class, because the middle class fuels the economy. But they even push it, the middle class, somebody that's making $80,000, $90,000 a year, to a brink of living to paycheck, man. Because when you make that type of money, you're going to drive a different car. You're not going to drive the same Honda Accord. You're going to try to drive a Benz or a Lexus. You ain't going to live in the same neighborhood. You're going to try and live around Edomites, man. You're going to try to buy a $500,000 home or something, man. Paying $3,000 a month, man. So if you make that type of money and you're a so-called Israelite, man, you're living check to check, man. Because we don't have the secrets of money, man. Esau's going to keep those secrets of money away from you, man. The white man, he opens LLCs and what's the other ones? Trust funds and all that stuff, man. The white man knows how to divvy around things. You don't want to pay full price, man. You don't have those type of secrets, Israel. The white man uses other people's money, man. He don't use his own money, man. You guys gotta understand that, man. But you guys want to fight about a $300 Gucci belt. Like I was bringing out in the class, Jim Jones was upset because he wasn't treated like he wanted to be treated going to the Gucci store. Now this man got his own clothing line called Vampire Clothing. What the hell do you need to go to the Gucci store and talk about we're going to spend 20 grand at the Gucci store? And he was upset, man. He was on his Twitter, he was on his Instagram, talking about don't go to Gucci no more because they treated me unfair. They didn't give me water. They didn't, you know, I'm sitting up here paying $20,000 and they didn't accommodate the way, you know, you're supposed to be out of these stores, man. If you got $20,000, $30,000 to spend, put that in your own clothing line, man. If I had another clothing line, you think I'd be worried about Gucci, man? Come on, man. And Jim Jones, you haven't had a hit since We Ballin', man. What the hell you do spending $20,000, $30,000, man? That was the last time I heard a hit from him, man. Right. You better save that money, man, for a rainy day, man. That's why you had to go back to Love and Hip Hop, man. You ain't making no hits, man. Now you worry about spending $20,000, $30,000 at a Gucci store, man. But that's the folly of our people, man. Our people just can't get enough of folly, man. I bet you if you tell a black that you're an Israelite, I'm not an Israelite. You know how many times I tell people at my job, they come, they see the fridges, they see the zigzags I be wearing. I tell them that they're the children of Israel, they frown up. Tell them, oh, no, I'm not Jewish, I'm a Christian. I said, that's not your nationality. No, I'm black, I'm African American. That's the name of two white men. I try to explain that to them at my job, but a lot of people don't want to take heed, man, because, you know, they're making a good amount of money. They got a brand new car. But what's so funny is all those people that have brand new cars at my job, they can't enjoy the brand new cars because they're working for them.
Right.
They paying $700, $800 for a car note. Right. They got to be on that goddamn bus all damn day long, 7 days a week. Because if you got a $708 car note, then your insurance going to be another $200-300 to insure that bad boy.
Right.
Then you got the rest of your bills. So you're not going to even enjoy a new car. That's why I don't see why Jakes, when they get a little bit of money, they got to be in a brand new car. It's a money pit, man. All you going to do is be at your job all day long, man. And then when you get those little 2 off days, man, you're too tired to do anything, man. But that's our people, man. Our people want to drive what the white man drives. They see a white man in a what's that car? The Elon Musk cars, Teslas. You want a Tesla? White man's a Mercedes-Benz. You want to be a Mercedes-Benz? I come from a time when Negroes used to wear Cadillacs. Now Negroes don't want to be in Cadillacs no more. They gotta have a Mercedes-Benz. They gotta say what the kids say. Oh, I need a exotic. Or what they say, a foreign. That's what they say. All the kids say, oh, you ain't driving no foreign. They want a BMW, an Audi, and all those German cars and stuff, man. They can't afford it, man. Let that car break down, man. That car's gonna cost you like $300-400 just for an oil change, man.
Right.
I kid you not. Those cars cost $300-400 for an oil change, man. But you just want to be seen. That's all people want to do is be seen in something, man. Our self-esteem is low, man.
I need a foreign.
Yeah, I need a foreign. Rob, you ain't no foreign. You that old-ass Chevy Tahoe. Nobody looking at you out good, man. I don't need nobody looking at me, man. My car's paid off for, man. I don't need to have a $400 or $500 car note to make myself feel good, man.
Right.
I take that $300-400. I'm going to go on vacation with it.
Bring it out.
I'm going to go with my brothers in H.O.I. Atlanta. Hang out with them with my money.
Right.
I'm going to go with my brews around the world teaching this word, man.
Right.
I'd rather do with my money, man. If I got to spend some money, damn sure not a car that I got to park. I got to be at the job 6 days a week just because I to afford that bad boy. And it's going to take you 5 to 6 years to pay that thing off, man. By the time you pay that car off, it's going to be wore out, man. They're going to want to get another one. We don't save no type of money, man. So we got to understand that, man. We got to come to the Most High God, come back to his law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, man. Because you got a very short time, man. You're under grace right now, man. You're under grace right now, so you guys got to come back to your laws, statutes, and commandments. But you guys want to be on WAC 100's channel, talk about your hood. How tough your hood is.
Right.
But you guys can't move into a goddamn 2-bedroom apartment, but you tough. You got the Draco. And WAC 100 is a millionaire. He's playing all y'all asses, man. WAC 100 got a big ass house in Arizona, man. Never even been for the turf, man. The man game banged, if he did game bang, somewhere in the valley somewhere, man. He playing you guys, man. He just doing all that stuff so he can get numbers on YouTube, so he get a YouTube check. They get so many subscribers and so many views, they give you a little, what they call it, a YouTube check, man, for having subscribers. I forgot what they call it, AdSense, man. He's playing you guys, man. That's why you guys got to come back to your law studies, come and learn about the Maccabees, you know? Learn about your Israelites, man. Learn about the stories, man. You guys don't want to do that, man. You guys don't want to remember the days of old, man. You guys are worried about new dance moves, man. That's all you guys want to care about, man. That's why the white man nobody respects you in this kingdom, man. Because you guys are just full of folly, man. But the Most High is destroy you slowly but surely, man. Because you guys don't keep none of the commandments, man. Especially our sisters, man. Our sisters want to be twerking, wearing tight, revealing clothes, want somebody to look at them all the time. Like the elder broke out, the guy from Genesis 6, as he said, he's broke now because he's messing with a reality star, man.
No, Central Park 5.
The Central Park 5.
Not Genesis 6.
Okay.
Yeah. It's so many of them. So many of them.
So many of them. But the point is, the man had a settlement. It was a $6 million settlement?
$8 million.
$8 million settlement.
And delicious.
And delicious from the flavor of love, deliciously cleaned them out. Deliciously.
Right. ate it all up.
Ate it all up.
Because it was delicious.
It was delicious, man. That millions was delicious to her. She was going to the Gucci store at a Prada with those bags and those Birkin bags.
Yeah, Coach. Yeah, Prada,
all that, man. You know what $8 million could do? If you do it smart, you kind of businesses you could open up. Your home could be paid for. You don't even have to have a mortgage. All you do is pay the property tax, man. You know what $8 million could do? You don't have to see a job ever again in your life if you make smart moves with it, man. But our people want to be stunners, man. They want to get a baddie. They don't want to get a regular wife that's going to love and respect them. They want the girl with the weave and the fake boobs and the fake asses. And the Most High is destroying you girls with those fake asses, making you sick, man. You see what happened to K. Michelle?
Right.
K. Michelle had to take those butt plants out because she was sick, man. She have a show right now on VH1 talking about telling of all the girls not to get those cosmetic surgeries, man. Because they make you sick, man. They take all those the skin and put it in your butt and put all these different implants in your butt, man, and all that type of stuff, man. This is because you can walk around with a butt, man. And the Most High has destroyed you for that. A lot of people have been died that they have reported. There's a lot of sisters that have died over those butt surgeries, man. Because you want to look like these movie stars, man. All that stuff is phony, man. Reality TV is nothing but what it is. It's a script, man. You follow all this Love and Hip Hop and VH1 and Basketball Wives and the Real Housewives. All that stuff is script, man. It's fantasy, man. You guys gotta understand that, man. You got a precept? Okay. So you guys gotta understand that, man. It's a war. It's a silent war that you don't know about, man. The white man want to put you under the grave, man. He don't want you on top, man. You got something? I thought you had a precept. Okay. So you guys got to understand, man, we got to come back to our Lord, our power. We got to come back to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. That's your forefathers, man. You guys raise our kids, man. Like I was saying the other day, nowadays a grandma don't want to watch the grandkids because she's too young. So I ain't watching those grandkids. I'm only 35 years old. I don't watch those kids. Everybody want to be in the club shaking their butt, man, twerking and stuff, man. Even grandmas, man. Your average grandma today, nowadays, is 35 to 40. And she ain't gonna be like Big Mama and watch the kids and teach the kids anything, man. So our kids are lost, man. You know, you got the fathers want to gangbang or be out there making other babies and hustling and stuff like that, man. So nobody's teaching the child, man. That's why the Most High said the children of Israel shall be like a wild bull caught in the net, man. There ain't no structure, man. We have no family structure. We have no sense about ourselves. We have no dignity, man. The Most High said, when a yoke of irons come off the neck, you shall be destroyed, man. You guys gotta understand that, man. You guys gotta stress modest. Our sisters gotta dress modest. Give me that in 1 Timothy 2:9, I believe. Our sisters gotta dress modest, man, and decent and order like this, like her, and like her dresses and stuff, modest, man. Because when you pull up that whorish vibration out, all the man is thinking about is, you know, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And then when you get pregnant, he gonna leave you. So you gotta dress modest and be humble to your man, man. But our sisters are very aggressive, like a jackal to the men, man. That's why the men don't stay, man. You're too busy wanting to have that manly spirit on you. Got it, Ak?
1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. In like manner also, that the women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefulness and sobriety, not with broidered hair, or gold, or pearl, or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man.
You heard what that woman said? F you. That's what's wrong with our women, man. That's why they get destroyed, man. That's why white boys is taking them and killing them, man, with these biracial relationships, man.
Right.
You want to say F you, we teach you that you God's chosen people. I couldn't see if she was a sister or not. All I heard was F you.
Sound like Esau.
Yeah. That's Esau, we don't give a damn about Esau. He gonna get destroyed anyways.
Right.
But that's our people too. As soon as we teach the Bible, they want to have their nose all snugged up. They don't want to hear this word. They say you got those funny clothes on with the strings. You know, I came in there with my garment and bitty. Everybody looked at me like I was a clown, man. I said, this is our royal garments, man. This is what, you know. But you can't explain nothing to a Negro if you ain't got a jersey on with your favorite team or some Jordans on with some earrings on your ear. They don't respect you, man. I don't give a damn, man. I'm gonna wear my fringes every day. I'm gonna keep the commandments, man. Because the key to become is yours, man. If you keep the commandments, that's all you do, man.
Right.
That's what I think Vocab Malone said. You guys act like you have a golden ticket. You damn right. We got a golden ticket. We got the kingdom at hand. That's why he's jealous. That's why they making all these videos about the Israelites, man. I notice they don't never make no videos about the Buddhism or the fake Jews or Islam. It's a billion videos trying to debunk the Israelites. You know why? Because we got the truth. You never see anything about them to try to debunk Islam what's that word when you pray? Can't think. The fat Buddha. Buddhism.
Buddhism, yeah.
They never tried to debunk that.
The fat Buddha.
Fat Buddha. Like Tina Turner, young, one, young. What Tina Turner was praying to while she was getting beat up.
Good.
Why don't you work out, man? Ike Turner was tearing that ass up. That's why I say you can't pray to these other idols, man. That's what drove God to anger, man. The Most High says, since you want to pray to these other deities, I'm going to let them get at you out of bondage and trouble. The Most High turned his back to us, man. Because you want to worship all these other deities like the other nations, man. That's why we're in a fallen state, man. The children of Israel is in a fallen state, believe it or not, man. We're the only race of people that vote Democrat, and the Democrats don't do a damn thing for you. Where's all the bisexuals at right now? All you bisexuals are, you gotta vote for Biden. We gotta vote for Biden because Trump ain't gonna do nothing for you. Trump is racist. But did Biden just give you guys crack pipes?
Right.
Did he just give you guys crack pipes? I don't hear nothing about the reparation talk anymore. Biden gave you guys crack pipes. But this is your Democrats for you, man. We put Democrats in office and they offer you crack pipes. This is how wicked this man is, man. Esau's always gonna be your enemy, man. Jim Crow Jones. This man talking about he didn't want his kids. He said it's gonna be like a zoo if we let when it was the civil rights movement. If we let our little kids go, that's what Joe Biden said. Something about it'll be like a zoo. I'll paraphrase it, but he said it'll be like a zoo if we let our kids integrate with these so-called blacks. But all of a sudden he said, if you don't vote for him, you're not black. You remember that?
Right.
He said, if you don't vote for Biden, you're not black. But then 20, 30 years ago, he says, if we integrate to schools, it'll be like a zoo. And we still voted for him. No reparation talk, crack pipe talk. Like every everybody in the Israelite community smokes crack. This is what they think about you, man.
Right.
It's about crack babies, gang members, and troublemakers.
Super predators.
Super predators, as Hillary could say, super predators. We want to rape the right women. We're all coke. We're gonna get coked up and rape their women. We're super predators. That's what the so-called white man think you. Go ahead, give me that in the book of Deuteronomy. He said you'll be a pervert, a byword. So the Most High, they always give you these damn titles, man. You'll be astonishment one day when you play for the Rams. You're astonishment. And then all of a sudden you're a byword. You're a rapist. What athlete they try to take down now? Every year's a new athlete they call a rapist or a drug dealer or anything. Once you win the Super Bowl or you win the NBA after you're done and you do something wrong, they're going to call you a rapist or a drug dealer. There's always something new with athletes.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
Astonishment is like playing football, basketball, track and field, the Olympics. Your astonishment. Look how fast that nigga run.
A proverb and a byword.
A byword. Nigga. Predator. Thug. They love to use that word thug. A white crowd, they'll call that kids. You know, they could tear up a whole goddamn town. They say, look at those kids acting funny. As soon as you do the same thing, you're thugs. Send out the National Guard. So kids could tear up the stadium. They call them kids and stupid people, but they call you thugs.
A proverb and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
So among all nations, you these bywords, man. That's you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, man. They look at you as thugs. What did you say the other day, Elder? Bullet bags.
Bullet bags.
Bullet bags. That's what you say. The black woman says she don't want to be with a nigga because they nothing but bullet bags. That's our sisters, man. Our cool sisters, not our real sisters, but cool sisters, man. Talk about you nothing but bullet bags. Ty God. You the real Israelite, man. Nobody can do what you do, man. No, we're the salt of the earth, man. Go ahead, give me that. Says you the salt of the earth. The Israelites are the salt of the earth, man. I got a book right here that says all the correction. Can you have me that right quick? Get this book right here. Uncovering the evil of America, man. I tell you all the inventions, man. All the inventions we done. We invented the toilet seat, the stoplight, the gas mask, man. Refrigeration, man. We're special people, man. Did you know that the black man created the video game, the modern day video game, man? It was a black man.
God.
And he don't see none of the profits in all these companies, man. They let another nation make all the money off video games. You know most of all those video games come from Japan. The PlayStation and Xbox, all the programs, but all that stuff was made by a black man. Look it up. Look at the history of video games. I was watching on Amazon Prime. It shows you the history of video game. Even says in the documentary it was a black man that created the first video game. So we're special people, man.
Plus the cell phone, the internet.
Yeah, cell phone, internet.
Laptop,
everything, man. Because we're special people, man.
Easy pass.
But the Most High said we not gonna reap the benefits, man. And it says in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, man, that you should build a house, but you're not drilling it. You should pick the vines and not drink of the wine, man. You're not gonna reap the benefits, man, because that's the curse the Most High God gave us, man. You got a precept? Oh, okay. Huh? Oh, come.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt has lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden underfoot of men.
Man. So we're the salt of the earth, man. All these ideas for movies come from most of us, man. Like the woman, like the elder broke out, the woman that had to pay a settlement of $1 billion for her making the Matrix and what's the other movie you told me about, Elder?
Terminator.
Terminator, all that stuff, man.
Sophia Stewart.
Sophia Stewart. Oh yeah, Sophia Stewart is her name.
Right.
So we have a creative mind, man, because we're the gods. We're the first people that walked the earth, man. The Most High God gave us these visions, man. That's why we're talented in all things, man. You guys are the salt of the earth, man. Let's think about if you do the history, if you watch the history book, every time a so-called Edomite try to start society without us, he failed, man, throughout the world, man. Every society that he was prospering in, Israelites was in, man. Just think about it. The Roman Empire, the Greek, all Israelites was in there, man. America. Because we're the salt of the earth, man. The so-called white man know who you are, you blacks, Hispanics, Native American, man. You guys are the special people of God, man. But you just got to wake up our fallen state, man. We got to put our differences aside and read the Bible, man. Stop wearing bleach blonde in your hair, brother, and wearing a dress. That's what's wrong with our people. Depending on that, man. Brother wearing a dress and bleach blonde in his hair, wearing some earphones, man. Bugged out, man. So you guys get this book, man. It tells you all the adventures. Let me try to pull one out.
Right.
You invented the cotton gin as well. Here you go, right here. Gerard Larson, 1940 to 2008. He's passed away now, but this is the one that created the video game. He's an engineer. Go ahead, put it on that. So that's the black man that created the first video game, man. And you know, video game is over $1 billion industry now, man, with all these games, man. PlayStation, Xbox, computer gaming. It all started with us, man. This guy was an engineer, man. He was an inventor, an electrical engineer. He invented the first gaming system in 1970 called Demolition Derby. So there you go, man. An Israelite, man. So we all know about George Washington Carver with the peanut butter. Chemistry, everything, man. It's in his book, man. Huh? Yeah. Shows you everything. So we the salt of the earth, man. You guys just get this book, and you guys can read all the adventures that we don't prosper for none of these adventures, man. Do you think that man's family get any royalties checks from Sony or Microsoft? They make all the video games now, man. Huh? No. What'd you say?
Ammon.
Okay. So they make all the video games now, man. It's all coding, man. They make billions and billions of dollars off of that stuff, man. And you invented it, man. You invented the modern day computer too as well. Internet, everything, man. Toilet seat. Because we are special people to the Most High God. Elder, going up?
Yeah, if you're done, just
okay,
done.
yeah.
If you're done, you're done.
So that's my time. I'm going to yield my time to the elder. So you guys stay prayed up. Follow these law, statutes, commandments. And we got next, man. Keep the law, statutes, commandments. And you got that golden ticket like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, man. Just keep the commandments, man.
Give it to Rob.
Keep the commandments, man. To the best of your ability, man. It's okay to fall every now and then, but just don't do the same sin. Don't sin willfully if you can, man. Because you are a chosen people to the Most High God, man. We're a special people, man. That's why you hate it among all nations of people, man. So I yield my time. I let the great speaker, Elder Zabach, come up here to edify you more in the spirit. So you guys gotta love each other. Start off by loving each other, man. Stop being so quick to turn on your brother, man. We all need correction, man. Even me, man. We all need correction in this truth, man. We gotta lean on each other, man. Because we all that we got in this kingdom, man. Ain't no correlation with the other nation, man. The other nations hate you. So come here, Shala.
Alright, so we're going to continue on with the good word of the Most High. Come here, Shala. Alright, so the brother spoke well in the spirit, and we're just going to continue right on. Give me the book Isaiah chapter 1 verse 2. Alright, Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 2. Because Israel, it's high time to repent, man, and wake up. Alright, we coming out here week in, week out, Sabbath in, Sabbath out, trying to edify you to get you to wake up. But what do you want to do? You want to still be attached to this kingdom. Now the so-called white man slowly gonna start opening things back up, so you're gonna get proud again. All right, you see the little war with Russia, Ukraine, but you see a little media propaganda, so you're gonna get proud again. All right, ain't no nukes in America, so you're gonna get proud again. All right, but the Lord rebuked you for your evil. Give me Isaiah 1 and 2, brother. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 1 verse 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ears, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children.
The Lord said he have nourished and brought up children. Good.
And they have rebelled against me.
Have what?
Rebelled against me.
The Lord said, I have nourished and brought up children, and they rebelled against me. How did the Lord nourish you? He gave you the law, statutes, and commandments. Your nourishment was these laws for you to come back, repent, and do these laws. But no, you want to run with all manner of folly. So read it again.
Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children.
The Lord said he nourished and brought up children. Go ahead.
And they have rebelled against me.
You're a rebellious nation, man. Give me 1 Samuel 15:22. You know when you rebel against the Most High, you know what that is? That's like witchcraft, man. Right? You might as well worship another God, because you telling the Most High, oh, you're not good enough for me. All right, I ain't got to listen to you. So the Lord said, to what? You going to listen to another God? That's like witchcraft and rebellion, man. So like your rebellion is like the sin of witchcraft and idolatry. Like we're going to read right now. Read that, brother. 1 Samuel 15:22.
1 Samuel chapter 15 verse 22.
That's when the Lord was sent Samuel to tell Saul that he was rebellious for not killing all the Amalekites. When the Lord told him, said, listen, Amalek is your enemy from generation to generation. Go wipe out all the Amalekites. But Saul said, no, we're going to keep Agag alive and we're going to take the spoil. So he sent Samuel to rebuke him and tell him, listen, you off because you didn't listen to the Most High. Right, go ahead.
Samuel chapter 15 verse 22. And Samuel said, hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offering?
The Lord said, does the Lord delight in burnt offering? Go ahead.
And sacrifice? And
sacrifices. Remember, the burnt offerings and the sacrifices, that was just a mediation between Israel and the Most High. That's all that was. That was a go-between between us and the Most High. So he didn't have to shed our blood. The animal was shed in replacement of our blood. Go ahead.
As in obeying the voice of the Lord?
As in obeying the voice of the Lord? Come on.
Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice.
The Lord said to obey is better than to sacrifice. Come on.
And to hearken.
To what?
And to hearken.
And to hearken. Good.
Than the fat of rams.
The Lord said to hearken than the fat of rams. The Lord said he wants you to obey rather than to sacrifice. The sacrificial law was just to show us mercy that our blood didn't get shed, that animal's blood was shed in our place. Come on.
For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
The Lord said rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. Come on.
And stubbornness.
And what? Stubbornness. Come on.
Is as iniquity and idolatry.
The Lord said stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. The Lord said he'd rather you obey than to be stubborn and rebellious and proud. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. So you got to repent, Israel. Come on back to these laws. Right? It's high time to come and awake out of sleep, like it tells us in Romans. Good.
Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord.
Because you reject the word of the Lord. Come on.
He have also rejected thee.
What the Lord said?
He has also rejected thee.
Yeah, when you don't do right by the Most High, he reject you. Drop everything. Give me Hosea 4 and 6. Let's get the classic. Right, to link up with 1 Samuel. When you don't obey the Lord, he rejects you. You are a reject. You are reprobate silver, like it tell you in Jeremiah. Right, you're the dross of the silver. You're the waste to the Most High. You know why? Because that's how you treat them. The Lord said, look, I created the earth, the universe, and everything in it. Everything in the earth and the universe I created, and guess what? You rebelled against me. You don't respect me. You don't honor my law, statutes, and commandments. Read what you got, King.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed.
What the Lord said?
My people are destroyed.
You black, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian, you're destroyed. Come on.
For lack of knowledge.
Because you don't have the knowledge of this Bible. You don't have the knowledge of who you are as a people. You don't have the knowledge of the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these laws. Come on.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
The Lord said rejected knowledge. Go ahead.
I will also reject thee.
Just like Samuel told Saul, you rejected what the Most High told you, so he rejected you. And that's how it is with our people. You can't seem to understand that. When the Most High tell you to keep these laws and you reject them, he gonna reject you. You're gonna get the same treatment. You're gonna get reciprocated what you gave out. Come on.
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
You should be no priest to the Most High. Come on.
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
Yeah, you don't keep these commandments. You've forgotten the laws of the Most High. Come on.
I will also forget thy children.
God said he's going to curse and forget your children. You forgot my laws, I'm going to curse and I'm going to forget your children. Read on.
As they were increased, so they sinned against me.
As you increase, so you sinned against the Most High. Go ahead.
Therefore, will I change their glory?
And what?
Therefore, will I change their glory?
Therefore, I will change their glory. Come on.
Into shame.
God said he's going to change your glory into shame. Now what? You're a byword and a proverb. Like the brother was bringing out, you're a super predator. All right, you're a nigger, you're a spick, you're a wetback, you're a monkey. You're everything, man. The Japanese say, you want to get rid of the problem in America, get rid of the Negro. All right, you're a byword and a proverb amongst all nations. Everybody hates you. And to the point where you even hate yourselves. That's the sad part about it. You would think that in everybody hating you, you would get together and say, you know what? If we don't stick together, everybody hate us, we might as well love each other. But you can't even do that, man. Because there's power in that. You got to understand one thing. There's power in the nation of Israel loving one another. There's power in us coming back to these commandments. There's power in respecting and honoring the Most High. Give me that in Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Right? Let's get the other classic in the Deuteronomy and the curses. It's simple. The Lord said, obey me and keep my commandments and you shall live. Don't obey me and you're going to die and be rejected. That's why 2/3 of our people got to go. Because you black, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian, it don't matter, man. The Most High could bring a damn nuclear bomb can drop in the middle of Hollywood right now. And you Negroes are still look simple, man. You still be worried about banging on the next man. You still be worried about, who that driving by? That BM is nice. You'll still be worried about what you pushing. So what you pushing this year, son? Yeah, what you getting after when you get your income taxes, what you gonna put a down payment on? Well, you just simple as hell, man. Yo, I'm about to get 8 racks back. I'm putting at least 3, son. Putting at least 3 down on this new hot joint I seen. Just as simple as hell, man. Right? Materialistic, damn, see-through. Right? No substance whatsoever to our people, man. Just, yo, what you pushing? What you trying to push this summer? Nigga, push these laws, man. That's what you need to push this summer. Yo, son, by June, watch what a nigga be pushing by June. So nigga, sit your dumb ass down. Right? You niggas get your stimulus money and come out here and try to stun on us in a damn 2008 BMW. Remember that guy? You know what I'm saying? Come out here and try to stun on us, man. Now look, a car is a car. But don't get proud, brother. Don't get proud. Just be humble and thank the Most High for what you got. Don't front when it ain't really nothing for you to front with. And if the car was brand spanking new, so what? You still can't front with it. Right? Because your ass got a note, like Rob said. You probably working just to pay that note. Or maybe you got some parents, and that dude look young, so maybe you got some parents that's well off and they paying the note. You a big mamas and papas boy living off of their bag. So come on, Israel, humble down, man. What is this pride about these little cheap-ass material things that you got that ain't gonna mean nothing? When the nuclear bombs come, they not gonna mean nothing. The Lord don't give a damn if you got a damn spaceship car down to a little buggy, man. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Read what you got, King.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. But if thou shalt come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If you will not hearken, meaning listen unto the voice of the Lord your God. Go ahead.
To observe.
To what?
To observe.
To observe. Go ahead.
To do all his commandments.
To do all his commandments. Come on.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day.
The statutes that the Lord command this day. Go ahead.
That all these curses.
All the curses in the scriptures. Go ahead.
Shall come upon thee.
Come upon you. Go ahead.
And overtake.
All these curses would overtake you, man. They will come upon you and overtake you. And the curses have overtaken our people. Now this brother, man, the Central Park 5 and this chick, Delicious, they said they just spent up the man $8 million and she divorced him. And no disrespect, brother, but a chick like Delicious, you got to see her coming a mile away. You got to see her coming a mile away, man. What's wrong with you brothers, man? But that's what our people want, man. That's what our people want, man. But you got to see that a mile away. When a woman, when you got the brother, they won the lawsuit, right? Then you, what's the name of the show that she was on? Flavor of Love, right? You know, here come this chick. She was on Flavor of Love. Now she, all of a sudden, she lingering around you. She creeping up on you. Oh, you know, she flirting with you. Come on, brother. You got to see that a mile away. You got to see that a mile away. But you brothers can't see it, man. Give me Zabach 25. All wickedness. All wickedness is little, but to the wickedness of a woman. Give me, I think it's 17. Find that one for me. Brother, you got to see that coming a mile away. That, listen, when you check out a lot of that celebrity world, that Flavor of Love, I Love New York, Love and Hip Hop, that whole world is about materialism, folly, adultery, who's sleeping with who's the next new chick at the club, who's the hottest chick, which chick got her titties out, her ass showing. That's all that, everybody screwing each other. That's all that world is about, man. That's all that world is about. Right? And I'm not even in that world and I know it. I see it from the outside looking in. So why would you marry a chick like Delicious, man? From Flavor of Love. And you got $8 million. Come on, you know she coming for your bread, son. But that's how this society is. Read what you got, brother.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 verse 19. All wickedness is but little.
The Lord said all wickedness is but little. Come on.
To the wickedness of a woman.
Start at 15. Zabach 25:15. Let me see what that says. Read that. No. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart. What verse is that? 13. Right, 13. Come on, read that.
Ecclesiasticus 25 verse 13. Give me any plague.
Yeah, Zabach said, give me any plague. Go ahead.
But the plague of the heart.
Give me any plague but the plague of the heart. Lord, please. Don't let me fall for a woman and be blind and not see this woman for who she is. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart. Right? Come on.
And any wickedness.
Any wickedness. Come on.
But the wickedness of a woman.
Give me any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. You're going to spend the man $8 million up and then it's time. Conveniently, when he ain't got no more money, it's time for a divorce. See that? You see how this society is? And what happens is that gets pushed, man. That gets pushed on the map. They put it in the media. If you ain't got this, if you ain't got that, if you ain't shine, if you ain't bought, if your money ain't up, if your paper ain't right, if you ain't got this, you ain't got that. They push it and push it and push it to what happens, man. That's all people think about. That's all people got to get into. Like you watch that movie with a Bow Wow lottery ticket. Right? Soon as they do Bow Wow win the lottery, here come the girl come up trying to get pregnant by Bow Wow. Because she want that money. You know what I'm saying? So I feel bad for that brother, man. But a Central Park father, E for my brother, I forget his name. Alright, but that brother, man, when I saw that, I was like, why is this brother married to Delicious? Why is he, and I knew I could see that chick wanted his money. But that's what happens, man. Really, them brothers should have really kind of disappeared, man. They should have only came out when they had to do interviews, when they had to do certain things, and go somewhere where a woman don't know you. She don't even know you got money. And meet a woman, court her, deal with her, whatever, prove her, see that she really love you for you, then you come out and tell her who you are and what you got.
They're on Oprah show, that's why you got
Yeah, man, come on, man. And you know what? More likely than not, they put Delicious on that brother. They said, go get that money from that nigga. Go get that from that damn spick and get that money back to us. Because see what happened? Esau know. Esau's true. That's a way for Esau to get that money back. Because Delicious gonna spend it on Gucci bags, Prada, or all the material. So Esau's like, that money coming back to us. Go get on that nigga and make sure he don't invest that money. Make sure he don't put that money into the corrupt NYPD for police reform. He could have started police reform programs and all that. Not saying those brothers are doing things. They are involved in different movements, but she done spent the brother's bread, man. And that's Esau. Esau said, go get that bread back, whore. And she might end up with a damn white man now. You know what I'm saying? She probably end up with a damn devil. Or she just going to screw different guys that got money. She just going to lay down and bed down with guys that got money. That's all she going to do. You know what I'm saying? But that's jacked up. But you know how that went out with that brother. And a lot of women do that. They'll get with a dude, spend his bread. When that money's gone, they gone. They ain't nothing but a whore. That's a modern day whore, man. You basically saying, listen, I'll give you this behind if you got some money. That's what, oh, nigga can trick on me. He can take me out. I can drive in this nice car. All right, I'll give him some ass tonight. Yeah, man, it's so cliche, man. Like, what is this brother doing with Delicious? Delicious is not delicious. She tastes nasty.
She's magically delicious.
She's not magically delicious. She's nasty. She tastes nasty. Damn, I tasted that and spit it out. You know what I'm saying? You need to go somewhere, man, where a woman don't even know you. Don't even know you got $8 million. So this way you know that woman love you. Like Eddie Murphy coming to America.
I'd rather go to
I'm going to just go and be a regular janitor and sweep the floor and make McDonald's. At least they're going to fall in love with me. Yeah, man, then she'll know that I'm a prince. Right? See that, man? No, you don't do that, man. I said, this brother married Delicious? But that's how this society is, man. Read what you got.
Ecclesiasticus 25, verse 14. And any affliction, but the affliction from them that hate me.
16.
I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon.
God said, I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon, come on.
Than to keep house.
And to keep house, come on.
With a wicked woman.
Yeah, man, and to keep house with a wicked woman. Why would you bring this woman up into your house for her to take your damn $8 million and leave you? All right, come on.
The wickedness of a woman changeth her face.
Yeah, wickedness of a woman changeth her face. You can see it in her countenance. Oh, this ain't nothing but a gold-digging trick right here, man. That's all she is. Come on.
And darkeneth her countenance.
Darkens their countenance, man. You ever see a woman when she's loud and boisterous and argumentative and cursing and it changed their whole spirit and face, man. As opposed to when a woman is loving, submissive, humble, she talks to you with respect, she knows how to humble down and have a conversation with you. If she got a problem, she still come to you respectfully and address her problem. And it changes their whole spirit, man. All right, is the inner beauty sometimes takes over the outer beauty. You know what I'm saying? So it said it changes her countenance, right? Come on.
And darkeneth her countenance.
Darkeneth her countenance. Come on.
Like sackcloth.
Like what?
Sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors.
I said her husband gonna sit among his neighbors.
And when he heareth it,
come on,
shall sigh bitterly.
Sigh bitterly. Oh my God, brother. Yo, we need to go get some beers, man. This damn woman. Yeah, man. The scriptures is on point. Come on.
All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman.
Yeah, see that's evil as hell for a woman to say. For a woman to say, he got 8 mil, all right, I'm going to get with him. And as long as the money there, I'll stay. But we going to spend up that 8 mil, then I'm going to divorce him. And probably in the divorce, she going to take whatever little he got with her. Shame. Damn shame, man. That brother should have seen that coming a mile a damn way and never married no damn Delicious, man. Right, go ahead. She's not magically delicious. Right, go ahead.
Let the portion of a sinner.
Lord said, let the portion of a sinner, go ahead,
fall upon her.
Yeah, but a lot of times, what happens? Those women, those type of women get judged, man. They're not going but so far. Hold that. Give me Matthew 4:4. Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. So y'all gotta understand, everything is not about material things, man. People get so caught up in that. There's a difference in having the things that you need to survive. There's a difference in having that. Money is a defense. You know, money is a defense. Things in this world are a defense. A house is a defense. You don't want to be walking around homeless. Clothing is a defense. Food is a defense. You got to eat to keep living. You got to put nutrients in your body so you can keep living. So don't get simple, but everything got to be put in its proper perspective. It's not money that's evil, it's the love of money that's the root of all evil. Which while some have covenanted after, have pierced themselves through with many sorrows. All right, come on, brother.
Matthew 4, verse 4. But he answered and said,
Yahushua answered and said, go ahead.
It is written, man shall not live by bread alone.
That's the problem with this society. You think man shall live by bread alone. Material things, money, food, this and that. You know what I'm saying? People put they put abominable foods at that. Take a picture of their damn shrimp and put it on Instagram. Ah, we eating lovely. No, you eating abomination. You know, so that's what a chick just said. Facebook, Instagram. You can see what her life consists of. I's gonna take a picture in her car tonight and put it on Instagram. Ah, we on Hollywood, y'all. We're just folly, man. Pure folly. But that's what our people want, man. But that's all right. They about to lock things down, and you niggas gonna put it in line. They gonna be put in line. And just because COVID is going away, the Most High got something else. The Most High got something else for you up his sleeve. Right, come on.
Man shall not live by bread alone.
Man shall not live by bread alone. Come on.
But by every word.
Every word, go ahead.
That proceeded out of the mouth of God.
Every word that proceeds out of the mouth of Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Yahushua. Man shall not live by bread alone, but every word that proceeds from the Lord. So this material things is not going to get you. So, what is the brother's name? Ramos? Somebody look it up. The Central Park 5 brother that was married to Delicious. I think his name is something Ramos. I can't remember all them brothers' names, man. I know it's Kerry Wise. I can't remember all their names. But it's the Ephraimite brother, Ramos. He was from East Harlem. Okay. Right, that brother got jammed up, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, brothers, when you're in that position, man, make sure these women love you for you, man. Right? Didn't Eddie, what's his name? Heavy D tell you that? I want somebody to love me for me. Right? When you have all this money and you're gonna be a target by these wicked women, man. They see your ass as a dollar sign, Negro. Very rarely you're going to get a woman that's really just going to love you for you. That's why it's hard for brothers with money, man. Because you don't know who really loves you. You got to almost play broke to prove and see if a woman loves you. Oh, but what, did she love me when I didn't have nothing? Okay, fine. All right? Go ahead.
Raymond Santana.
Yeah, Raymond Santana. I don't know where I get Ramos from. Yeah, Raymond Santana.
Junior.
Yeah, Raymond Santana Jr. married to that Delicious chick. There you go. Right? Yeah, show it on the camera. Show it on the camera. Delicious was not magically delicious. All right? She was not frosted Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious. I guess his Lucky Charms ran out. Let me get low. Charge it up, Rob. Charge it up for me. Where's your portable? All right, yes, getting low. We don't want to get low. We want to stay high. Let's stay high. All right, yeah, man. But anyway, back to the fact of the matter. You know, there may be some other details to, you know, the issue. But, you know, for the most part, man, just be careful, brothers, when you're in a certain position and you got money and the public knows that you got money, be careful and prove these women, man.
And the sad part about it, that was his money he got for being incarcerated.
Right, exactly.
So he can't get the time back, and now he can't get the deal back. Yo, go this way.
Back up.
Yo,
don't roll up
go
like
this
that,
way.
Don't roll up like that.
Go this way.
What's wrong with you, man? Back up.
Yo, go this way. Go around this way.
Back up, man. Right, back up, though. But don't just walk up on people like that. Caesar. Listen to your friend, Caesar. All right? Unhail Caesar. All right? Don't hail Caesar, unhail Caesar. Caesar, what's your question, Caesar?
What are you guys talking about?
We're talking about the Bible, all right? Now, but that's what you do. In the future, you walk up, you stay a safe distance, you stay a good distance, and you say, hey, can I ask a question? My name is Caesar. Can I ask a question? What are you guys doing? What is your question, Caesar? Unhail Caesar. All right? We're teaching the Bible. We're teaching the Holy Scriptures, the law, statutes, and commandments. Give me that out.
I agree.
Right? We're teaching the Holy Bible. We're talking about the last days. We're talking about our people, the Black, Latino, and Native American, and Seminole Indian. They have to repent and keep the commandments. That's what we're doing here. We're prophesying God's word. All right? Where you from, Caesar?
I am from Southern California. I'm a Mexican Catholic. I agree with you.
Southern California. What's your nationality?
Mexican American.
Mexican American. Where's your father from?
My father's from America. My mother's from Mexico.
What is your father's background?
My father's from Inglewood. He's from here.
Inglewood. All right. What's his nationality, though?
American.
Is he a Caucasian?
He's a Caucasian.
A Caucasian white American from Inglewood.
Swing and a
That's
miss.
Caesar's father. All right, Caesar, well, according to the Bible, I got bad news for you.
Oh, no.
Right, give me Revelation 13:9.
Yeah.
Caesar, the white race is going into slavery for the crimes that they've committed. All right, wait a minute. You're going to have company with your Asian friend. He's going into slavery with you. All right, yes, whites, Asians, and all nations are going into slavery and captivity under the 12 tribes of Israel. You hear that, Caesar? What's your friend's name?
Daniel.
Daniel and Caesar. All right, y'all have biblical names. Daniel and Caesar. You guys will be co-workers in the kingdom of heaven. All right, in my cotton field. Daniel and Caesar, you're hired together in my cotton field. All praises. By Shimon Mashiach Yahushua. Right, read what you got, brother.
Romans chapter 13, verse 9. Revelation 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear.
Any man have an ear to get understanding, Caesar and Daniel, Daniel, Caesar, Caesar, Daniel. Go ahead.
Let him hear.
Let him hear. Go ahead.
He that leadeth into captivity.
In the history, so-called Caucasians and Asians led the Israelites into captivity and slavery. Go ahead.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
You led us into captivity, you must go into captivity, Daniel and Caesar. Go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword.
We know what white people did to blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans in this country, man. All right, and all over the world. He that killeth with the sword, God,
must be killed with the sword.
Must be killed with the sword. Right? You see all the police people. Hold on, Caesar. Wait a minute. Hold on, Caesar. Because you're going to shake my hand and steal my land. You're going to shake my hand and you're going to steal my land. All right, so hold on, Caesar. Right, go ahead.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Do you know who the saints are? You say you're Catholic?
Luke, John, Paul.
You say you're Catholic?
You want me to name all of them?
No, I said, did you say you're a Catholic? All right, Catholic, man. The Catholic Church got a lot to pay for, man. They molested little children, and they've been to a lot of idolatry, man. And there's a lot of wickedness coming out of the Vatican. All right, with the dark black popes in there, and all that evil that they're doing. So I don't know if you want to continue to be Catholic, Caesar. All right, you got to get out of that Catholic Church. There's a lot of idolatry in there, but it doesn't matter because you're of the convicted race and you're going to captivity and slavery. Right? Give me Jeremiah 30 and 16. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16. All you nations that oppress the Israelites, you got to go into captivity and slavery, man. That's the judgment. The Asians, they had us in captivity as the Eglon, the fat king of Moab. When you read Judges, you got the children of Israel in captivity for 18 years. You guys got to pay, man. Everybody got to pay. It's going to be a coalition of slaves in our kingdom. All right, so Daniel and Caesar will have some company with each other. Read what you got, brother.
Jeremiah 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devoured thee.
All they that devoured thee, man. What did y'all do to us in slavery, Daniel? Your ancestors, man, that was bad. Your white ancestors, right? Come on.
All they that devoured thee.
All they that devoured thee, go ahead.
Shall be devoured.
Will be devoured, go ahead.
And all thine adversaries.
All our adversaries, the white man, the Asians, the African, Arabs, East Indian, Chinese, all these nations, man. All these nations that oppress Israel. Right, come on.
Every one of them.
No, some of them.
Everyone.
What about the good ones?
Everyone.
Caesar's a good guy, right? Go ahead.
Every one of them shall go into captivity.
No, he's all right. Caesar's not. No, he's all right. He's okay. He's all right. Caesar's all right. Caesar is a salad, right? Right? Caesar is a salad, right? All right, Caesar is a salad. Don't worry about it. Caesar's gonna be all right. You and Daniel, I got work for y'all. Daniel and Caesar, I got work for y'all. And your buddies too. And your buddies, they can get hired too. Right? Daniel and Caesar, they can get hired too.
No unemployment on the plantation.
Right. No unemployment in the kingdom, man. No unemployment. We got plenty of work. There's always work in the kingdom of heaven. Not the post office, but there's always work in Elder Zabach's cotton field. Come on down, we're hiring. All right, go ahead, brother. Read. Jeremiah 30 and 16. Read.
Therefore, all they that devoured
I said, all the nations that devoured us, come on,
shall be devoured.
they're going to be devoured. Go ahead.
And all that adversary.
All of our adversaries, our enemies, those that are against us. Come on.
Every one of them.
No, some of them.
Every one.
I said, every one of our adversaries, come on,
shall go into captivity.
Into slavery, man. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. You're going into captivity and slavery, man. Simple as that. All of our adversaries. Right, Lorna? Where you coming from, Lorna? What are you doing? You jogging tonight? Huh? Just listening, okay? You was jogging?
Yeah.
You look like you got on jogging clothes. Where you from, Lorna?
New Mexico.
New Mexico? Okay, what's your nationality?
Hispanic and Irish.
Hispanic and Irish. Who's Irish?
My dad.
Your dad, okay.
Oh.
All right, we got work for you too.
Two
What's
for
your
two.
name?
Yeah.
Ann, okay, we got work for you. And we got work for Ann. All right, come. Daniel and Caesar and Ann. Right, go ahead.
And they that spoil thee.
All the nations that spoiled us, come on.
Shall be spoiled.
Shall be what?
Spoiled.
Shall be spoiled, come on.
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
All that prey upon the children of Israel, they're going to give for a prey. Prime example, look at Ukraine, man. All the black people in Ukraine are complaining. Right, there was a brother that was playing for the, he's playing basketball over there. That brother, man, he had to fight his way and get up out of there. And his mother's in the truth. I saw the sister, I don't know what congregation she with, but she had fringes on. And they were showing a clip on TikTok, on TikTok, with a brother coming home from Ukraine. He was playing basketball over there, and he said, man, I got to get up out of here because they treat the black people like garbage. And the brother fought his way out. You know, I guess he had to go through some legal things, and he got out, and they had the video on TikTok, and the mother had fringes on. All right, so I think the mother's in the truth. At least the mother.
Out there.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, they saying, look, the blacks like, yo, we get mistreated over here in Ukraine too. So everywhere, everybody, give me Zephaniah 2:1. That's why the scriptures say, gather together, O nation not desired. Because everybody hates your damn guts, man. You can't go nowhere and get shown no love. Nowhere, Negro. Everybody wants you to come to their damn country to play basketball or to add some flavor to them. But they hate your damn guts undercover, man, behind the scenes. All right, come on over here, nigger, and dribble that ball, and let's see whatever you can do for us. But when ish hit the fan, they show their true spirit of racism, man. All right, read what you got, King.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1.
Come on.
Gather yourselves together.
Gather yourselves together. Come on.
Yea, gather together. O nation not desired.
God told the Israelites to gather together because we are a nation and no one desires us. Hell, we don't even desire each other. We hate each other guts. Right, Ann?
No.
Right? Do you love black people, Ann?
Yes.
You sure?
We love all people.
You love all people? I don't know, Ann. Were you going to prove that in my cotton field?
Anytime.
Anytime? So we got, there's work for Ann in my cotton field too. Ann's going to prove it in my cotton field. She's going to prove how much she loves me by picking that cotton from me every day, right?
Yes.
All right, yes, Ann. That's what you're going to do. That's why you're jogging. Stay in shape. Stay in shape, Ann. All right, get a lot of jogging, and you're drinking your water, and you're staying in shape. And we're going to have plenty of work for you, Ann. Read. Salakia.
Before the decree bring forth.
The Lord said, gather together, O nation not desired. And we're not boo-hoo crying, oh, woe is me. Everybody hate a Negro. It's the truth. It's the damn truth. Right? Like Paul said, I become your enemy because I tell you the truth. Oh, you Negroes are always complaining. Oh, would you forget about slavery? Get over it already. Right? Nobody is told to get over their history. Especially a history where they was mistreated. They throw it up in your damn face every chance they get.
Holocaust.
Right? They get, oh man, the Holocaust. Them so-called Jews, man, they cry so goddamn much. And they get every goddamn thing. Everything is allocated to them. They cry so damn much and they get everything, get all the benefits. A lot of times they get you Negroes benefits. Oh, slavery, would you just get over it already? Oh my God, it was there so many years ago, 400 years ago. You were free in 1865, you were free. No, we're not. How come in 2022, then if we're free, a black man, a white woman, a white racist cop gets 2 years in jail for shooting an unarmed black man? Because she thought it was her taser she was reaching for. How come a black guy and a white guy, little two young black or white teenagers get in a fight, and a black teenager gets gaffled up and roughed up by the police, and a white teenager is told, hey, just stand right there, just stand right here, buddy. How come Whoopi Goldberg can't say, hey, the Holocaust was white on white crime, that's all that was, without her getting canceled? How come Joe Biden said, look, I'm going to give you niggas a crack pipe for Black History Month. Happy Black History Month, I'm going to give you a crack pipe. How come the only black woman Supreme Court judge is married to a white man? How come? Because they still hate your damn guts in 2022, man. Don't tell me get over it, That was all mockery for the whole month of February, man. That was pure mockery. And you Negroes, you didn't see it, man. All you doing is worrying, get ready for spring. And you know, we gonna be flossing, boy. Where you going, man? I'm going to the show. I'm going here. You know what I'm saying? COVID is over. We're gonna be able to come back out. And all you're gonna do is be simple as hell. Give your money back to the white man. Kill each other and be dumb as hell.
Spring break coming up.
Right? Yeah, spring break, so you can act like a jackass. You can go down to Miami and you can be a whore. And you can show your ass all over the place. Twerk and have sex with the different ballers and the guys that got something going on. It's just ridiculous, man. But that's how this society is. So have fun. Knock yourself out, Israel, because the Most High finna come and knock your ass out some more. Yahweh, bring it out.
On the two teenagers that were fighting in the mall, the one who was white or Edomite that the police did nothing to, he was actually in high school. The brother he was fighting is in 8th grade. That's grade school. And he was taking up for his friend that the white kid was bothering. He was in 7th grade. And this white kid's already in high school. And they didn't rough him up at all. But they jumped on the grade schooler.
That's
Unbelievable.
Right, because the white man, especially a white boy, oh, that blood is precious. Don't you dare touch a little white boy. That blood is precious. All right, that's why that damn Nick Sandman, from the MAGA incident, the damn Nick Sandman got billions and millions of dollars in lawsuits. Don't you dare say nothing about that good old precious white boy. It was them wicked evil Israelites. It was them Israelites teaching that hate. It was them teaching that hate that caused that whole MAGA incident. Don't you say nothing about that little precious white boy. Don't you say nothing. We're going to give him $56 million of CNN's money. All right, and every other damn news service, defamation, 56, 64, whatever, $50 million in defamation. Don't you dare say nothing about that little precious white boy. See, that's how this society is, man.
Never have to work again.
Right, yeah, never have to work again. That's generational wealth right there. That devil, he gonna pass that down to about 20 more generations of white supremacy.
Unless he meets Delicious.
Right, word up, word up. Word up, now let's put in some work on him. All right? All right? God, let's go bang out on them, all right? But anyway, man, you know, the bottom line is we got to come together. Israel, we got to repent, keep the commandments, come together, and watch this kingdom fall. Otherwise, go ahead with Esau, man. Go ahead with the devil. All right? Go ahead and stay here with the devil and be destroyed with him. Give me that in Proverbs. Drop everything. Proverbs 11:21. Go ahead and stay here and join hands and, you know, oh, we got the first black woman Supreme Court justice. Is she married to the damn white man? We got Joe Biden. Oh, we got a black vice president. All right, they got Kamala. Can I have her? All right, right? Harris, whatever the hell, right? And she's not doing a damn thing for you, man. Like, they're not doing a damn thing for you. That Democratic Party is such a goddamn joke, man. It's such a joke. But what? You get up there and you have faith in it, right? Joe Biden said, if you don't believe, you don't vote for me, you're not black. They give you black-eyed peas, cornbread, collard greens, and they say, come on down and vote. Right? And Negroes go down there, gobble it down like 40 going north, and vote for Biden, and you don't get a damn thing from him, man. Right? Jim Crow Joe. Right? That's what you get. Go ahead.
Two things. One, Kamala Harris, when she got sworn into the Senate.
Harris.
When she got sworn into the Senate, she self-identified as an Indian, not a black woman.
Right.
That's key. Right. And the second thing, Joe Biden, there's footage of him on the Congress floor of the Capitol calling black people nigger.
Right, right. And he said if they integrate the schools, my children are going to be around monkeys. Or whatever the hell he said.
And said we should be back in chains.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Jim Crow Joe. So that's what you want. That's what you want, Negro. That's what you want. So that's what you're going to get. And it's like, it looked like our people now, man, Israel, look like you just had a damn stalemate, man. You just stuck. You know what I'm saying? You just stuck, man. You don't know what you want to do, where you want to go, what you want to be about, nothing. You just finished, man. That's why the Lord going to destroy 2/3 of you. 2/3 of you going to go, and the Most High going to get rid of you. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. So read what you got, King.
Proverbs 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand.
Yeah, so though hand join in hand, come on.
The wicked shall not be unpunished.
It's not going to stop the judgment of the Most High. That's what the Bible is saying. So you can come together, we're friends, we're this and that. It's not going to stop the judgment of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Right by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. So wake up, repent, come back to these laws. I'm going to get one or two more. Let another brother come up and close it out. All praise to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Repent and come back to these laws. Because America going to fall, man. All right, you Negroes, don't get tricked, man. Just because they going to so-called lift this COVID mandates and certain things and a little bit of, you know, spring, summer about to come in. Don't get tricked, man. Don't get duped. All right? The so-called white man, through the power of the Most High Yahweh Shai. Everything is of the Most High Yahweh Shai. They got some more things up their sleeves. There's going to be more prophecy. There's going to be more things coming down. And the Lord works with the element of surprise. When they shall say peace and safety, boom!
Sudden destruction.
Then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So don't get it twisted, man. Destruction is coming. Wrath is coming. Prophecy is coming. You wait and you sit back and you see and watch what the Most High going to do. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. All right, so give me Romans 16:25. And you coming out a little bit?
All right.
Yeah, Romans 16:25. All right, I think Rob going to get the truck. Yeah, Israel, so wake up, man, and repent. All right, come back to these laws. We're going to continue to come out and teach you and encourage you, all right, and tell you to repent, but you know, you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. All right, so read what you got, King.
Romans chapter 16, verse 25. Now to him that is of power to establish your, according to my gospel, and the preaching of Christ, according to the revelation of the mystery, which was kept secret since the world began, but now is made manifest, and by the scriptures of the prophets, according to the commandments of the everlasting God, made known to all nations for the obedience of faith.
Made known to all nations for the obedience of faith. All right, so what is the Most High letting us know? We got to repent and come back to these laws, man. We're living in the last days. The mystery is going to be revealed. The whole world is about to know that we are the chosen. They knowing it. They seeing it now. All right, they seeing it now. It's going to come out on a higher level. Come on.
To God only wise be glory through Christ forever. Amen.
To the Most High be glory forever through Yahweh Shai. Amen. All right, go ahead. Come on, that's it on that. All right, so the Lord said what, man? The mystery is going to be revealed. We are the chosen people. America's going to fall. death and destruction to Esau and the nations, power, peace, safety, and the kingdom of heaven to the 12 tribes of Israel, forever and ever. Amen. Kwam Yashala, we still got next. Hallelujah. All praise to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. All right, H.O.I, Los Angeles, rebuke. Right, another camp on Hollywood and Highland. Right, we got to go from coast to coast, sea to sea. Right, country to country, nation to nation. Right, continent to continent to get this word out, man. This gospel of the kingdom must be preached in all the world, and then shall it end come. So with that, once again, peace, safety, in the kingdom of heaven to the 12 tribes of Israel forever and ever. Death and destruction, judgment, captivity to Esau and the nations. All those that have done wrong to Israel, may they pay, and may Yahweh Shai return to destroy this society forever and ever. Come in, Shalom. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Shalom. Good. Come in, Shalom.
God, Priest Zabach, always in the spirit, edifying as always, excellent as usual, and I hope you all were paying attention. Now we're just going to close it out. Let me get my brother Isaiah 13 and 11.
Bring it out.
We're going to close this out on a serious note, because we want to bring a couple of other things out that are still pressing in the news right now.
Hold that for a minute.
No, it's cold out here for sure. Here we go.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 11.
Bring it out.
And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
Now, let's bring that home. Obadiah 1 and 18. Let's bring that home, because what we're seeing with these wars and rumors of wars, there's a lot of evil in the world right now. But of course, that's nothing new. There's always evil in the world. And we just have to know how to deal with it, and definitely be patient and circumvent all the negativity by keeping the law, statute, and commandments and having the faith. Let me get that, brother.
Obadiah, verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
Now that's what you're seeing right now with this so-called war over in the Ukraine. The house of Esau turning to stubble. That's what you see right now. Let me get Psalms 37 and 13. So what we want to know is that everything that's happening is for purpose. And what you also seeing is you're seeing the mistreatment of black people over in that land right now where they're fighting. They've put guns out on women to stop them from getting on trains to go to the border to get out of the country to escape the Russian onslaught. They've beaten a man who was a black man also. They have militias going around right now, some like they do in this country in Idaho and places like that, where the militias are actually hunting down black people right now, trying to get them to not go across the border. This is all documented. Don't take my word for it. You can research it. This is what's going on right now. And what's happening? Well, everybody's pretty content with it. They put a couple stories on the news, and everybody's kind of forgetting about it because they're still showing the little white girl in tears trying to run out of the country. But what about some of these sisters also got children that they trying to get out? A lot of them are students. And what's happening? Nothing. They can care less about that. And some of them are Israel, and some of them are Hamites. But they don't care. They don't even differentiate. They just all look the same. Just black people, and that's their enemy. Bring that out, brother.
Psalms 37, verse 13. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be upright. Conversation.
That's good. So what you see there is the Lord, matter of fact, let's get Proverbs 1 and 26. The Lord is laughing at the sinner as they're praying, which he won't even hear anyway, because they meet their demise, because they're in their final hour and on death's door as the bombs hit them, as the tanks hit them, the missiles hit them, and soldiers are shooting at them. And they want to pray to God that they can get out of this, but yet y'all black folks can't cross the border. Y'all got to deal with this while we up out of here. Ain't that something? Bring that out, brother.
Proverbs 1 verse 26. I will also laugh at your calamity.
God said he will laugh at your calamities. Now you can pray all you want till you blue in the face, or in that case, pink in the face. But it's still, he gonna laugh at you in your hour of need. Why? Because you're a sinner. Because you're not Israel. And because you mistreat his people. Continue that, brother.
I will mock when your fear cometh.
Mock you when your fear comes. Oh God, please. And he's laughing at you. He's mocking you. Because what you don't realize is God created the evil and he sent it your way as punishment. Because this is the land of judgment. Heaven and hell are here on earth. Some people are in their heaven, others are in their hell right now. And you best believe it, even though this is the period in which Edom is going to be on top, they're still suffering right now. And don't worry, America, it's your turn next. This is for sure true. The white man here next is going to be destroyed too. What you want to see, Israel, is that you don't get destroyed along with them, which means you got to come back to the knowledge of self, who you are, and then you have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, all 613 of them, and then in addition to that, of course, you got to have the faith. They don't, and look at what their end is. And this is going to keep going on. You know, let me tell you something. I've been to Moscow 4 different times in my life. I was in Russia. All they got a bunch of lawlessness over there, not for the Russian, but if you're a foreigner, particularly black or brown, they got skinheads over there going around in gangs who just look to beat people up who they don't like in their country. This is a fact. This is what's going on. And let's not think the Ukraine's any better, because you see those militias going around hunting people in their time of war. So this is all ridiculous. You don't have anybody to root for, like we talked about before. Root for yourselves. Love yourselves. Love your own country, Israel. Love the Most High. And let these people kill each other. That's the best thing that can happen for you. Because the more Edomites they kill, the less Edomites are on the planet to degrade you, to subjugate you, to put you underfoot. So that's what you got to remember. Go on with that, brother.
Proverbs 1 verse 26. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you. Then
oh God, please don't let me get killed, please. That's what's going on. Your prayers are unheard, but it's being responded by God laughing at you, mocking you. Did I say that? No, he just read it in Proverbs. So what's the problem? Oh, the problem is you've been lied to. You think you have a place in all this, but you don't. Your place is the border of wickedness. That's who you are. And you sometimes sin against the children of Israel to punish them for when they don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments in their faith. But other than that, you punish yourselves. You kill each other. Good old white-on-white violence with your military. And that's what's going on right now. And we could care less. We care about our own people. We don't cry for other people who misuse us, who wage war against us, who hate us. That's just fine. You guys keep getting killed, and we don't care who gets killed. Men, women, children, elderly, infants, it don't matter.
That's right.
Because that's the Lord's business. He's the one who orchestrates the whole thing. God created evil. Tells you that right in the scripture. And he's the one who sent you all against one another. This is what's going on. So you gotta keep focused, Israel, on what you should be doing. What your place is in the world. Which is what? Following the law, statute, and commandments. And of course, keeping the faith. Oh, I gotta say one other thing that Priest Zabach was talking about earlier. It's just very funny. When you talk about these brothers getting this money and buying these Mercedes and these BMWs and looking so proud that they have this car, go to Germany. Any city in Germany, if you want to take a taxi, the taxis are Mercedes and BMWs. So how impressive is that? Not very impressive at all. So y'all need to stop with the foolishness and the folly. Oh, there they go. There they go. There they go. Oh boy, we're so unimpressed. But oh, the donut shop's about to close. Lord have mercy. We gotta get there before they close. Oh, we only got 5 minutes left. Let's hurry. Look, there has to be law and order. Even in the scriptures, it talks about law and order. But most of those people, not all, but most of them, don't keep law and order. What they keep is white hegemony, or Edomite hegemony, or so-called white domination over the society. A lot of times, those guys come out and they'll bother you for no reason. Just because, let me tell you, I saw this one brother, now this was a while back, he was talking about, he was with a Caucasian friend of his, and this brother was in, and you know what, you can get off the street. You don't have an opinion here. Keep your damn opinion to yourself.
Bring it out.
What the hell is wrong with you? We don't care what you say or think. And you know what? Go to hell. Well, you're going to hell anyway. Go to hell. That's ridiculous. You see the proud arrogance that they have? They want to try and tell us what to do. You know what? You should be, your feet don't abide in your house. You should be at home. It's ridiculous. There they go again. Something's going on. But this brother and this Caucasian friend of his, the police came up to him and they told the Caucasian guy to leave. And the brother, then they approached him and they looked at him and said, "What do you think about that OJ trial?" Now this was a few years back. But they're obviously trying to bring some sort of violence against the brother for political indifference, because he might think one way and they might think another. But when you have a badge on and a gun that the state gave to you, then you're supposed to be treating people all with righteousness in terms of the law, in terms of enforcing the law. But if you're going to bring your own racist agenda to your job, and then it's going to hurt the American citizen who, by the way, tax money is paying your salary, that's pretty much, or that's very much incorrect. And we see this all the time in the society. But don't forget the genesis of the police were the slave catchers. That's who they were when they first started. And then when they released you from the plantation in 1865, they started arresting you for loitering, for vagrancy. Why? Because they understood that in the 13th Amendment, it actually states there can be no more slavery except for those who are incarcerated. So they've been trying to incarcerate you ever since. Sure, there's a few of them they incarcerate as well, but it's mostly us. And that hasn't changed all the way up to 2022. So let's be cognizant of all that. Let's try and walk her straight, because when you follow the law, statute, and commandments, you don't have to fear the police. Unless they're those race soldiers with badges who just want to take you out because you happen to be black or brown. And there are plenty of them. And they know if they do that, they're going to not have to go to answer for it. If they go to court, so what? It's just a kangaroo court at that point. Nothing's going to happen. Breonna Taylor, she was killed. And what happened? The guy shooting in the apartment next to her, he didn't even, he just got exonerated. Now, if you think that happened in Beverly Hills, firstly, they would shoot up the neighborhood in Beverly Hills because there'd be a price to pay for that.
Right, right.
And then secondly, if he did do that, he'd be in jail right now. This is the point. So these people, don't be fooled by these people. They're not your friends. Just like the ones over in the Ukraine, they're not your friends. None of these people. So that's why you have to really take heed, understand who you are, follow those laws, statutes, and commandments, come back to the Most High, keep the faith, and endure to the end. These are the answers. There are no other answers. And when you walk the straight and narrow, you ain't got to worry about people trying to accuse you of drugs or doing this, that, the other, because it's not happening. What is happening, you're following the law, statutes, and commandments. And that's what you got to do, Israel. Too many of you all don't know who you are. Too many of you all are just trying to live a lifestyle of criminality, gangsterism, or anything else because that's what you were taught. You weren't that way when you came over on the slave ship. No, that wasn't your culture. That's these people's culture. Who are you trying to be like Al Capone? Who was Al Capone? Oh yeah, he was an Italian guy. So let's be smarter than that, Israel. Let's mind our business. Let's be about keeping the Lord's business so that we don't have to get caught up in this folly and foolishness in this country so that you could be another statistic in their prison population. What are you, I forget what they say now, it's about maybe 22% of the population, so they say it's probably a little more than that. But you're 70% of the incarcerated? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, Israel. We could do better than that. So let's try to do better than that. And the other thing we have to do, we have to, give me Deuteronomy 23:1. The other thing we have to do, men have to be men. Not trying to be a woman. And not trying to cut off their genitalia. This is ridiculous. And then you're going to wear this fake hair that you get from Chennai, India, where they go to a temple and cut their hair off and to get it blessed by some blue Shiva, whatever nonsense Hindu fake deity. And then they're going to clean the lice out of it and they're going to shampoo it and then they're going to sell it to you. And the only thing I hate worse than a sister wearing that is a brother trying to be a sister wearing that. Right. That's ridiculous. Man, you could do so much better than that. I don't care what kind of drugs you want. You could do very much better than that. And then I'll bring that out, brother.
Deuteronomy 23. He that is wounded in the stone.
Hey, Ak, you got the line of the night, Salakia.
Or have his
a man trying to be a woman wearing that.
Shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
See that? That poor brother has no place in the kingdom.
Hey, what about a book of Thomas?
Say that again?
Book of Thomas.
Book of Thomas?
Yeah, you ever heard the book of Thomas?
Yes, we have.
Right.
Well, the thing about other books is if they don't correlate with the scripture in terms of the finished Bible, then those books we discard.
So no Jesus?
No, we believe in, well, let me ask you a question. What's Jesus' name?
Yeshua, right? So,
no, that's modern Hebrew. What's his name in the Paleo Hebrew? Are you a Mexican brother?
no, I'm not.
What are you? What's your ethnicity?
It doesn't matter. I asked you about the book of Thomas. You should know about the book of Thomas.
I know about the book of Thomas, but that's not the point. The point is the scriptures were written for the Israelites. And I was trying to discern whether or not you were of that camp. That's why I asked you the question.
That's why I asked you about Jesus.
All right, Jesus. Okay, let me say this. His name is H.O.I.
Okay, but the book of Thomas is...
The letter J was invented in 1634, so there is no one named Jesus. So that you know that. Well, you just asked me about Jesus.
Okay, so the book of Thomas is no good.
Yeah, hold on. The book of Thomas is from the Gnostic Gospels. Okay. All right, give me St. John 20. Wait a minute, give me St. John. Hold on, wait a minute. You quoted from the book of Thomas. That's from the Gnostic Gospels or the Noahs. Wait a minute. But right here, Right here. We have everything that we need in the scriptures right here. All right. This is what the Most High gave us. Every other book, every other gospel, every other writing, it has to filter through the scriptures right here. Hold on. The Gospel of Thomas and the Gnostic Gospels, we don't necessarily need that for salvation. It's good for information to know, be not ignorant in anything in a small matter or great. But we got the scriptures right here. We got what the Most High gave us right here.
Teach me.
Right, that's what we're doing. We're teaching you. What's your nationality? Wait a minute. What's your nationality? It does matter. Give me that. St. John 20 and 25, I believe it is read.
John chapter 20, verse 25. The other disciples therefore said unto him, we have seen the Lord. But he said unto them, except I shall see.
Jump down to 30. Many other things Yahweh did. Yo, listen up, read.
Verse 30.
Hold on, read.
And many other signs truly did Jesus in the presence of his disciples, which are not written in this book.
So we know there's, wait a minute, man. There's other things written about Christ. There's other gospels. There's other things written. There's many other signs and wonders about Christ, the disciples, and everything. Come on.
But these of his disciples, so I can read from the top.
Yeah, read again from the top.
And many other signs truly did Jesus in the presence of his disciples.
Many other signs Yahweh Christ did in the presence of his disciples. Good. Thomas was one of his disciples. Come on.
Which are not.
Wait a minute, sis. Read. Go ahead.
Which are not written in this book.
Which are not written in the scriptures. Come on.
But these are written.
But these are written. Come on.
That ye might believe.
That we might believe. Go ahead.
That Jesus is the Christ.
That's all we need. These are written that we might believe that Jesus is the Christ. Hold on. The Gospel of Thomas, the Gnostic Gospels, like your other books, that's good to read. But everything is here. The Apostle John is telling us in St. John, the Lord gave us everything here to believe on what we need to believe on. The Gospel of Thomas and any other books, they got to filter through the Bible by Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
Yeah, that's the Bible
That's
the Bible you read now, though?
Yes.
King James Version.
Oh, that's all I want to know. Then I can join along. That's all I'm asking.
That's all I want.
What book are you reading out of? Where you at?
Yahweh.
I'm a true believer. What's up?
Hallelujah. What's your nationality?
Does it matter?
It does matter. Bring out, give me,
I accept everybody.
What do you mean it don't matter?
God don't care what religion you is. God don't care.
It doesn't
God will
matter.
take you from hell himself. He'll accept you.
Jesus said, what did
He will
Jesus say?
accept you back into heaven.
What did
He will
Jesus say?
accept
He
Satan back to heaven.
said,
He will
Jesus
change
said,
his ways.
only the sick
You don't
need a
believe that?
doctor. Only the sick need a doctor.
hold on.
Why?
Before you get
Because
that,
he's going
give
for
me,
the sinners.
okay, what's sin?
We're born in sin.
According to the Bible, what is the definition of sin?
Read the book of Thomas and you'll know what the definition
Okay,
is.
well, I don't need the book of Thomas. I have the scripture. It already gives me the definition.
Why are you closing your mind to the book?
I'm not closing my book to Thomas.
Man is stuck on the book of
Well, anyway, yeah. Maybe that's the first and only book he read. I don't know. Bring that out, brother. Go back to
He said it don't matter.
Psalms chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation.
But wait, it don't matter what my nationality is.
He has not dealt so with any nation.
I can still get in there because I've read the book of Thomas.
He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgment, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Maybe he needs to read the scripture. You know, it's sad everybody don't know who they are. Some people are pretending to know who they are or even pretending to be somebody else. But when you come and try and bring a little knowledge or whatever to the camp, we already are well versed in the scriptures. And we already know that the book of Thomas is not necessary. It's inconsequential to what we're trying to do. So unfortunately, he didn't know. And of course, he ran out of here before he could know. He ran out of here and he didn't want to know because he didn't want to be proven incorrect. Or he didn't want to build on a foundation that he thought he knew. This is ridiculous. I'm hoping and praying that he's not Israel, because this is part of Israel's problem. Hopefully he's somebody who's not, but he looked like he was probably Northern Kingdom.
He looked like he could pass for Northern
Right, but hopefully he was an Elamite or something like that.
Spaniard.
Proverbs 28. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion.
And that's what you just saw here. He came up pontificating some ridiculousness, then he fled, right, like the wicked, and we're still standing here bold as a lion. And this is the truth of the matter. Oh, please.
Yes, Salakia, give me Isaiah 34:16. Right? Listen, the Gospel of Thomas is not what the Most High is dealing with. All right, and God, give me two scriptures. I'll give it back to Brother Yahweh. Right? Give me Isaiah 34:16. There's nothing but doctrines out here. Nothing but doctrines. All right, listen, the Gnosticism, the Gnostic Gospels, there are other writings, so-called other writings by the disciples about Yahweh. But like we just read in St. John 20, it's right here, man. It's like ragu spaghetti sauce. It's in here. All right, everything is here. All the other books, they got to filter through the scriptures. The scriptures is the foundation. Yahweh is the foundation. Every other doctrine or philosophy, it must filter through the Bible. Read what you got, King.
Isaiah 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
Seek out of the book of the Lord and read the Holy Scriptures. Go ahead.
No one of these shall fail.
No one of these prophecies in the Bible shall fail. How many of y'all believe in the Scriptures by a show of hands? Raise them high. Raise them high. God. All right. What's up with the rest of y'all, man? Y'all don't believe in the Bible? Y'all don't believe in the Scriptures? Huh? No? It's cold? All right. It's never too cold to raise your hand for the Bible, brother. Read. For the word of the Lord. Read on.
Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. None of these shall fail.
None of the word of the Lord shall fail. Go ahead.
None shall want her mate.
None is going to want her mate. Come on.
For my mouth it hath commanded.
Lord mouth he gave the spirit. That's why a lot of the prophets said, the word of the Lord that came unto such and such. The word of the Lord that came unto such and such. The word of the Lord that came unto such and such. Because it's the Lord's word. Right, go ahead.
For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered.
The Lord's mouth he commanded, and his spirit gathered them together. Go ahead.
And he hath cast the lot.
That's it on that. Now go to Ecclesiastes 12:12. All right, two scripts to show you that. Seek out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. Like I said, now don't get simple. You can read other books and have not, but be careful that you don't slip into doctrines and spirits and damn evil demons come on you. Right? You can read other books and knowledge, but it got to filter through scripture. If you can't go back to scripture and find a connection in righteousness, don't make your own bugged out connection and your own doctrine, then you gotta leave it alone. All right, but the foundation is thus saith the Lord. Read Ecclesiastes 12:12.
Ecclesiastes 12:12. And further by these, my son.
Further by these, my son. Go ahead.
Be admonished. Of making many books, there is no end.
Making many books, there is no end. The gospel of Thomas, the gospel of this, the gospel of that. You don't really need that per se, because Thomas was one of the disciples of Yahweh, and Yahweh gave them everything. He gave them everything, right? Come on.
And much study.
Much study, go ahead.
Is a weariness of the flesh.
Yeah, it wears out the flesh. It's a weariness of the flesh. Come on.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God.
Fear the Most High. Go ahead.
And keep his commandments.
And keep Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahushai's commandments. Go ahead.
For this is the whole duty of man.
What the Lord said?
For this is the whole duty of man.
Because that's the whole duty of man. Fear the Lord and keep his commandments. So the gospel of Thomas and all, the man acting like that's the scriptures. And then at the end of the day, you really got to fear the Most High and keep these commandments. If it's not filtering through this Bible, the Lord don't give a damn what philosophy is, what doctrine. You can read 100 damn books on it. You can read 100 other gospels. If it's not thus saith the Lord and the true foundation gospel of the scriptures, the Most High not dealing with. I
think probably that guy had a reading comprehension problem, because it said, seek thee out of the book and read. He looked at it and said, seek thee out of the book of Thomas and read. And that's ridiculous. That's, you know, come on now. We could do better than that, Israel. Matter of fact, let's top that off with Revelation 1 and 3. Because a lot of people fail to read the scripture. Then they fail, obviously, to implement in their life what they read because they're not reading in the first place.
Right.
And how else are you going to get by in life, get to the Most High, make the kingdom, unless you read the playbook on how to do so and implement that in your life? Read that, brother.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth.
Wait a minute. Blessed is he that readeth the book of Thomas.
Blessed is he that readeth. That hear, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein.
And that's the whole point. Read, comprehend, and implement. That's what you got to do. Anything else is unacceptable. Not to me, because it don't matter what I think, but to the Most High.
Right.
That's who you got to appease. It ain't got nothing to do with me or what I'm saying. All I'm doing is reading out the Bible and elaborating on what the book says. That's all I'm doing. That's all we're doing. So Israel, keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Keep the faith and do it to the end. And prayerfully, God in his infinite wisdom and mercy will give you the kingdom. And I pray myself as well. All right, so we're going to close it down unless anybody got any other questions, comments? No, okay. Well, then we're going to close it down. We've been out here and it's pretty cold out tonight. So we're going to say peace, power, protection, prosperity, and patience to Israel, and death to all of our enemies. May they be given to us in the kingdom under the lash, so that they could be our servants the way we had to be theirs at one point. And may we all live correctly so that we'll be ready when Yahushua comes back. And in fact, as a collective of people, so that Yahushua can come back sooner than later. And then hopefully and prayerfully all things will be good at that point for us, not for our enemies. And with that, we're going to say, Kom Yashala.
Kom Yashala.
Kom Yashala.
Kom Yashala.
And Shalom.
Shalom. God. Kom Yashala. Kom Yashala. Kom Yashala. Who got next? Who got next? Who got next? For how long? For how long? For how long? What we gonna do? What we gonna do? What we gonna do? When? 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 How? How? Damn it! How? Come here, Shalom. Shalom. Good. Death to America. So with that, Shalom Israel. That concludes tonight's camp. Hope you got edified. If you learned one thing tonight, we've done our job. All praise to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. Everybody have a blessed rest of the weekend, Sunday. And we'll be back on soon. Kwame Yashab. H.O.I coming live from Hollywood and Highland. We're about to wrap it up. Pretty cold night for the West Coast. But the word got taught. The word got taught. Kwame Yashab, Israel. Love y'all and Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Everybody stay blessed. Shalom.